Hello. This is just a test. I am just testing. Just testing.
You want to make sure everybody's the
All right.
exact same level. Everybody's the exact same.
I'm not a
green.
fucking producer,
Oh,
bro.
fucking
No,
do
no, no.
it then.
Get away from the computer.
I swear to God, I can do it. I swear to God, I went to.
I think we're good.
school
We're
for
Okay,
good, aren't
give Evan
Is
give Evan a
everything-
moment to shine.
Is everything looking good on the screen?
All right, Shiny. Now give me
I
a
can
moment.
look from back here. Okay, everyone talk at the exact
No, no,
same
no.
time. It
All
doesn't
right,
matter how
we're
it
good.
sounds. Just everybody talk right now. Just talk,
Go.
talk, talk,
Talk,
talk,
talk,
talk,
I'm
talk,
talking.
talk,
I'm
talk,
talking. I'm
talk.
talking. I'm talking.
Right.
I'm talking.
All right, so
Hey everybody, it's Fuckcast 16.
Sweet 16.
Best intro ever? I think so.
Sweet 16.
this will be fun.
Sweet 16, Evan.
Underage
Th-
girls.
We're under yeah.
Under-
Well, hide your
Quite legal.
daughters.
You can almost put your dick in it.
He's gonna-
Jailbait.
Jailbait. Oh, that's a good one. Jailbait.
.org.
It's the jailbait
Jailbait.
episode.
.gov.
All right, so it's me and Evan here, jailbait episode, and we got my internet husband Nick here.
I am gay for you. That's
What?
just how
Are we-
I've always
are-
been.
Is that cool in Arizona?
It is. I haven't met too many people that are like, "Oh, you have sex with McKay? Yeah, oh, that's fine." Like no one's like mad about it.
No one's mad about it.
He's
You have
fine
to like
with it.
explain like, well, he's this photographer guy.
Just
so it's
on
not
the
just
internet
some
that we
random
just
guy. It's
cybered.
like I am having gay sex with him, but here's his portfolio.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
he
good.
looks-
Like,
well,
believe
and-
me, you will trust me.
That
he
gives
is-
me actually a boost up in both homosexual and bisexual communities
All
because
right.
I have a girlfriend. However, when I mention it to gay guys that I have sex with a photographer, then they see his work, they're like, "Oh, that's really good. Do you think he'd
She's-
be like
so-
interested in shooting me?"
So your girlfriend's cool with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
okay.
totally yeah.
So that's Nick.
This is a good.
That was an intro. And so let's get this jailbait episode started. Give us the bullet points, Evan, and then we'll start.
All right. Bullet points. Number 1, ex-girlfriends. This should be either terrible or awesome. And number 2,
Considering we just went on a gay rant, it's gonna
Yeah,
be
that's-
it's gonna be
yeah.
awesome.
Oh, and that my girlfriend's gonna hear this.
okay. Number 2, Christmas taking over the world right now with Christmas trees and
Fuck that shit.
stores,
Yeah,
Christmas
I'm
tree
not
lights,
Jewish.
All right. Yeah.
mistletoe
Number 3.
everywhere, same goddamn songs over and over
The-
again. We're gonna talk about fucking Christmas.
He didn't die for my sins.
Number
Number 3.
number
Number
3.
3 is the don'ts and do's.
Don'ts and do's.
Don'ts and do's.
Say don'ts and do's, Nick.
Don'ts and do's.
All right. And
All
number
right,
I
5.
said it really
Of
awkward.
what?
Don'ts-
Don'ts and do's. No,
You can do whatever you like, man.
That was energetic.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
We'll
That was
get energetic.
charismatic.
We'll get energetic when we get to it.
All right,
Okay.
don'ts and do's of getting old. Growing
Yeah.
old, being old, things to do, things not to do.
All right.
Don'ts and do's.
What
All
the
right,
fuck
number
were we
4.
thinking on
Bucket
these
lists.
topics?
Don't do bucket lists.
The number 4, user suggestion. We had a lot of participation, but the one we picked was what the fuck does that say?
Women.
Girls
it's,
who think they are photographers because they're hot and they have a DSLR.
There you
Right.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 5, the last topic is going to be murder.
Murder.
Right around Christmas, it's always good to talk
Murder.
about cheerful things.
Everyone just
Murder.
picture us trying to come up with topics. It's like really fucking hard
I
before
think
the
if you
show.
just, I think we should just post somewhere just the names of our topics. You know, like it's the Fuckcast top, but here's the topics. Like get people interested in like ex-girlfriends, Christmas taking over, the do's and don'ts of getting old, user suggestion, which is girls doing
When
the
you hear
photographers, and
Christmas
murder.
taking over, but
Murder.
what do you
That'd be
think about
crazy.
that? What do you think in your head when you hear Christmas taking over? I think like Santa Claus with a gun.
Well, you gotta
kicking
wait
your
till
butt.
the bullet point, Nick.
Okay.
You gotta wait till the bullet
Well,
point to
that
get in.
was- Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
that's a good. I guess
And
that's a
5
kind of a segue because now we can talk about
5 was murder, right? Okay, so
Five is
yeah.
murder.
all right.
So, so the
Number
first
1.
topic we're gonna go number 1.
What?
We're gonna down the list. Ex-girlfriends.
Ex-girlfriends or
McKay,
boyfriend.
You've had a girl before, right?
I've had a girlfriend before.
Okay,
Have
so
you?
you have ex-girlfriends then.
What'd you say?
So you have ex-girlfriends then?
Yes, I would consider them ex-girlfriends. I don't know what that means.
Do you have any like ones that are active right now?
Active
Are they all
ex-girlfriend?
Are they all in,
How do you
inactive
become an
as
Are they all
well?
still
ex-girlfriend?
alive? Did you not kill all of them
How
yet?
can you become an ex-girlfriend? You mean you get back with them, or
Like an ex-girlfriend, I think is like when you're done with someone, but it could also mean that when you're like an ex-girlfriend, it's just like you're not active at the time. Like there's like a switch you flip on. Because sometimes people think like ex-girlfriend, like I'm never gonna fucking talk to them again. I'm fucking done. But then like some
You're
girls
thinking-
are
But
like,
then, then you have to break it down because then you have ex-girlfriends that you broke up with, and then ex-girlfriends that broke up with you. Because then those are the ones that don't want to talk to you. But then the ones that you broke up with are the ones that
They
are
still want
always
some, right?
fucking
Is that what you were
around.
talking
They
about?
Never go away.
yeah.
They
But
never.
do you think? I think guys are pretty much
No.
like once a girl is done, like they're fucking done.
You're fucking a chick like that same night make up for the night that you were gonna have with your girlfriend, but you just broke up that day. You're like, oh man, now I gotta go out and bang somebody, and that's and I usually want
That's ex-girlfriend.
go directly for a best friend. I
So-
always say go for a best friend, or if best friend doesn't want to bang you, then go bang her closest friend that does want to bang you.
Too complicated.
It's not complicated.
Too-
It's a cycle.
Well, anyways,
It's
too
cyclical.
complicated for me to
Cyclical.
comprehend right now.
Okay.
But do I have any of those? No, all my ex-girlfriends are just gone. Like just
There's never a
I'll
chance
never.
for
I
another-
might not even see them again.
Did you break up with all of them?
I think one yes, one no.
Did you get your heart broken?
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
if you had your-
Yeah, we talked about
We
this
talked
before.
about heartbreak, I believe.
But yeah,
Oh,
okay.
right,
So
right.
well, here's the funny thing is like my ex-girlfriend, the first one, when I was young, like 17, like when she broke up with me, I was destroyed. I was like, oh my god.
I would never love
Life,
again.
I like gave all my DVDs away.
17 was your first.
Yeah,
your
like-
first deep girlfriend.
Like long-term relationship ended.
Okay.
So like destroyed my heart. And then now zoom forward to my most recent one. Like just broke up with an ex-girlfriend, half a year ago or longer than that. And I felt fine the next day. I'm
You're
like
just
an
like,
old
yeah,
asshole now.
Glad it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
You have
but
to get over it.
but it wasn't like they were both the same length. They were both long. I'm just saying one like destroyed me, and then I had another meaningful relationship that was really long, and the next day I was fine. I don't know what happened. It's just like, I guess when you're young, you're just fucking an idiot with ex-girlfriends, right?
Well, but yeah. I don't know. I just dumped them a lot. I dumped a lot of girls. I dumped and cheated on a lot of girls.
That's dirty.
Is that bad?
Yeah.
That's bad? I know. And I always.
What
I was
about
always
you?
Like, I'm a hopeless romantic. It was really because I was hopelessly dumping all of these girls after I cheated on them.
So what? Aren't they supposed to dump you after you cheat on a girl?
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Well, I mean, I felt bad.
You're like, hey, we're done. And also,
No.
fucked your
It's
sister.
I cheated on you. I'm sorry. I have to dump you now because I felt bad. I didn't want to. I didn't
you're
want
like
to.
the villain in those chick flick movies.
Yeah.
Like, this asshole guy only wanted me for my whatever.
Well,
Like,
'cause,
you're the
okay.
bad guy in chick flicks.
Well, and I was the nice guy when I was growing up, so it was different. It was different. I was a fat little Jewish kid, and girls didn't want to date me. And then I was like, oh, I sprouted up like 6 inches, and I wasn't as fat. And then girls were like, oh, you're kind of cute, and I'm like, oh, I could use this to my advantage. And then I was nice to girls, and I made friends with girls. And I realized by making friends with girls, you have more girls around to have sex with. Is that horrible?
We have a whole fuckcast to look forward to of you explaining things in ways that I don't understand.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a gonna be a blast.
I bet your Facebook, like, if we had like a counter of like your Facebook messages from all your ex-girlfriend, it'd be like a telethon, like it just keeps like adding up.
Come
as
on,
we're saying
folks.
that.
I only have so many
Like,
girls.
throughout
I
the
only
whole
have so many
podcast.
ex-girlfriends. I have a lot more girls that I just don't even really remember the names of.
So if you break up with a girl, do you just erase them from your memory banks completely? Like, delete all the photos? Like,
No,
like
okay.
get rid of your
All
Facebook
right.
friends? Like, you're fucking done. Go burn their photos. Like, you're fucking done.
I never burn. Because I'm.
You don't have a barrel somewhere
I am
full of
also
memories?
A photographer. I am, but I'm addicted to still life, and I take candid photos constantly, even when people aren't meaning to. Don't look over at the camera or pay attention that I'm even taking pictures. So I have pictures from moments that I really. It's weird that people would have pictures from because they're. I don't know. I just have a lot of pictures. So
you have candid photos of your ex-girlfriends.
I have tons.
But
of
you
them. But
you don't
it's
burn
not
'em-
just them. It's like events in our relationship, like pivotal things in my life in general.
Like the time
I,
you went to Disneyland or something like that.
well, but I went to Coachella a lot, and I went to EDC a lot.
So
and I
you're
went
just
to Nocturnal.
remembering your life, not the girlfriend, right?
Not so much the girlfriend.
Just
I mean,
a point
I'm
in your life.
Oh, yeah, I felt something for you, but I mean,
So
I'm
you have a
not, like,
creepy chest somewhere of all these women's names you don't fucking remember with just
No,
candid photos?
I've only had so many girlfriends. I've had way more girls that I've just slept with. Because
You know what you should do is
Way
when you when you're in a relationship with a girl, and you take a photo. Be like, all right, now can I get one without you in it, in case I delete you from my
Just-
life?
Just in case, can you take
Do you-
this picture for me, bitch? I can't.
do you,
I want to
just
do
wanna
that.
have it.
I'm
'cause
gonna
I-
take a picture
I
with
don't
my
know how to
arm
have
out,
to-
like I'm holding on to someone, but then like so I can Photoshop other girls in it.
Oh,
Because
so
I
you
don't
have a-
want to get one gimpy arm.
You got a stock
photoshopping
photo?
you out of
yeah,
the
you got like
photo.
a stock photo of you standing at the Grand Canyon and like.
No, it's on
hey,
green
I'm
screen.
Going
I'm
to the
with
Grand Canyon
Salad.
this weekend
I'm
with
with
my
Sally.
girlfriend, so that's
Evan, it's
I'm with Sally.
it's on a it's on a green screen, so
Have you ever met a girl named Sally? Anybody?
No,
no,
I've
I've
never
never
met Sally.
fucking met a girl named Sally.
Evan,
I
your
know that
your
that's really
your
weird.
your arm thing would be on a green screen, so you could change the.
Oh,
You don't have to
no,
do
yeah.
it all at the Grand Canyon. You could just
Totally.
you could be like, oh,
Bring a
this is
green
me.
sheet and, like, pin it to your shirt and your elbow. Just like, there you go.
Yeah, so then you could edit in the girl
But then,
better.
no, then you're gonna get their background. Then you're gonna get their background from wherever they are, and then it's gonna be like, oh, it's you at the Grand Canyon, and then like a girl and part of your wall in your living room.
So what the fuck are we talking about? I'm lost.
So I don't know. I was saying, okay, so
Photoshop
some
wizardry.
people remove old ex-girlfriends from their life completely. Like once you're done, like you're fucking done. You don't have any
Do you?
memories of them together.
How many now it's your turn.
Yeah.
Have you?
Well,
so-
see, I don't actually. I mean, like when I break up with the girls, I usually do the whole like bullshit thing of like let's stay friends afterwards because I'm actually kind of like
Everybody's
Oh.
gotta say that. Everybody's got. Oh, we'll still talk.
no.
You
I mean,
won't.
sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. But
Well,
Think about it. Like once your girlfriend or your ex starts dating somebody else, like what are the odds that you're actually gonna talk to her because her ex-boyfriend's gonna know that you're her ex? It's not like you guys can be like besties and have fucking sleepovers and shit and get
well, not like
nails did.
so. But does that ever work? Like you said, tell the girl, oh, let's stay best friends, and they are like, okay.
Yeah, do you do? Because I have no girl. Like there are still girls that I talk to in passing, but now like I wouldn't consider them friends still.
no, I'm kind of more of the like, just I don't want to break a girl's heart. You know, like if I break up with them. So if it's like, hey, let's be friends, whatever. That way, it's kind of like a softer blow.
A softer blow, then you're cut off forever.
No,
Well, I
'cause
don't
sometimes you're in a relationship and you're like, well, you know, I mean, there's a reason why I actually started going, you know, dating this girl or whatever. Like, I don't want to be a complete asshole and be like, we're fucking done. You want to still be able to like, you know, maybe talk every once in a while because that's initially why you got, you know, unless you're
just
just
feel like it's
fucking
awkward.
everybody on the street. If you start a relationship with someone, it's because you want to spend time with them.
They call
because
that
you enjoy
they
their
call that the
company.
soft break.
I guess I was fucking everybody on the street, so I just said never.
Everybody on the street,
No, I didn't.
Like Mill
I
Avenue
did
on a
not
Friday
fuck
night.
street people. That is not what I'm trying to
What
So
I'm
y-
saying though is like, you know, you start off in a relationship with someone because you initially like that person.
say. Yeah,
So
but I
if
feel
you break
like.
up with them, you still kind of enjoy their company, but you're not going to be able to be together.
But don't you get to that point where you're just like, because I mean, like after a while, you have a distaste for people as well. So you have like this attraction to them as well as this aversion. There's always like positive things that you're on about.
Oh,
them,
like if
and
your
then you're
first
just
date was
completely
cotton
off
candy,
afterwards.
like you're like, I would never fucking eat cotton candy again because it reminds me too
Well,
much of her.
no, not cotton candy. But I mean, like if okay, let's say you go to a concert.
That'd
with
be
some
fucking-
cotton candy.
Cotton candy could work, man.
You go to a concert with somebody and you see like, oh no, you see
Weezer, and you're like,
yeah,
fuck,
Weezer at the
God
State
damn
Fair
it!
last
Every time I
month.
hear that
I just
song.
went to a Weezer concert like
Weezer's awesome.
like
Of
2 weeks
course.
ago.
But no, like, let's say you go see Weezer. I mean, like, of course, like, there are gonna be songs and stuff that you can like be like, oh yeah, whenever I hear this, I think about her. So you can't do that with cotton candy.
I
mean,
can
it
do that with the cotton candy.
I
but
think
like,
you
"Oh,
can-
I miss you too much. I never.
I can't eat the cotton
Every time I
candy.
smell cotton candy, I just my
So-
heart goes
So
back
what?
to the days.
So what is
with
your?
Sally?
With Sally, that fucking cunt. She left me
broke
for
my
that.
heart.
She left me for that suave
But I love her
Italian
so
young
much.
man.
So Evan, okay, so yours is not really cotton candy, but do you have anything like that with an ex-girlfriend that like you can't? I can't watch Seinfeld. That's mine.
No. Oh, is that really a
Seinfeld?
thing?
You
Okay,
fucking
is that a
kidding me?
serious thing?
We used to watch Seinfeld together.
So now, anytime you, what is up with that? Like you freak out.
Yeah, it
If you
brings
see B movie,
tears.
you start crying.
I start crying.
I don't think I have anything like
You don't
that.
have anything like that?
I don't think I do.
What about you?
Bright eyes.
You can't
Which
listen.
is already like a bitch thing to say. Bright eyes.
So
Bright eyes. Like well, for a little bit, I couldn't listen to it.
Hey,
Now
All
I-
right,
now I can,
three
now
guys
I
in a
can.
room. Hold your hand up if you know who Bright Eyes is.
Alright, so that's two of us. I
Okay,
feel
you're-
a little. I feel a little less gay and a little gayer at the same
See, I was
time.
doing that for you.
Because I figured that you would know who that is, but you know.
I
who
think-
that is,
yeah,
which means okay. Now I have more of a connection with him.
I've heard of Bright Eyes.
It's.
Does
Bright
it-
That's
Eyes,
what I was
it's
saying. Have
Did
you
you
heard
say
of
heard of him or
crying
you
in a
listened to
room
him?
while
If
he's
you've heard of
drunk
them, yeah. Like,
on heroin.
anyways, so you can't listen to Bright Eyes at all.
When I
Did you start tearing up?
for a little bit? I'm Wide Awake It's Morning, that album, and Fevers and Mirrors. Those two albums made me
So you-
fucking bawl.
so you just can't
I
listen
can
to 'em?
now. I can now.
You got over
It
it?
took years, man. That because she used to hit me up all the time and be like, "Hey, I miss you, my boyfriend."
So that was your hard
nice."
breakup, right?
Oh, dude, yeah. Because, like, I didn't have anybody, like, that I traveled with and, like, did all, like, the big events with. Because we went to a lot of music festivals. We did shit like that. So, like, that was my first girlfriend that I, like, did, like, pivotal things in my life with. So, like, after that, it was, like,
Well, that's why I can't. You guys are making fun of me. I said Seinfeld, and you laughed at me, and
Well,
then you
no, I'm
came,
just saying,
and then you
'cause-
followed up with Bright Eyes. Like,
I'm saying it's just.
I thought you were
gonna
come with something.
I'm just no. I'm just saying like it's just weird that you have it with a TV show. I think
Yeah.
it's like music's one thing. Like
And
music's something that like people
Connect
I guess,
with.
Yeah, like more so than like comedy, I guess. But like my girlfriend.
I
right
guess
now, like,
mine's pretty
Stephanie,
gay.
like,
All right, mine's pretty fucking gay.
Yeah.
Evan doesn't even have one, and
You
have
don't
brothers.
have one at all.
He said he doesn't have one.
I mean, I might. I
He
have,
soft
songs
breaks
that-
all the girls. He doesn't.
He's like, hey baby, just things are gonna look like really shitty soon. And then you're like, okay,
I'm
from
done
here
with
on out,
you.
we're not dating, but we're still good. We're still good.
So you don't have
It
anything
worked.
that no hangups.
Because you know what, I just straight up said I don't want to talk to you anymore to every single one of my girlfriends, and that made them stick around more. I think that your method actually might get girls to back off a lot easier because they don't feel as pressured to like try and get you back because they
Did you say
understand.
because girls
that
like
you're
the
still
asshole
around.
guys who are just like, baby, I'm done. She's like, wait, I still love you. And I'm like, oh, hey, can we still be friends? She's like, fuck off.
Well, but I mean, like,
Girls
there's
are fucking crazy, and we don't know what goes on in their brain.
no, girls are fucking psychotic. I think we can all agree on that.
All right,
Raise your
so
hand if you think girls are
ex-girlfriends,
psychotic.
everyone raise your hand.
I'd say yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
go to
we-
the next
we
topic.
definitely have ex-girlfriends.
What's the next topic,
we're
Evan?
all- what is the
All
next?
right, next topic. Girls are in the past, okay? Done with them. We're done with
X.
them. Fucking move on.
That's an X topic.
Push and pass.
All right, number
It's
2.
Oregon Trail.
Christmas taking over the world. God damn it.
Fuck that, man.
Santa Claus.
Can we
and
get a
lasers.
fuck
No,
that?
wait, okay, what time of year do you think is suitable for them to start putting Christmas like stuff in stores and stuff?
What, like, July 5th.
July 5th?
That's when Christmas fucking starts now. It's like crazy.
Well, it goes. Yeah,
Christmas is all year round now. Like,
I mean, if you're
it-
business though, you have to kind of plan
Jewish
that, like
people
Christmas is going to
especially.
be a better time to like sell toys and shit. So
It's
you
like
kind of have to like
we-
But I
make
mean,
your
like,
decision.
okay.
You have to make your decisions on what's going to be hot, you know.
But it's
And you
not
want to
like
make sure you
it's-
make as much
But
money as possible.
there's no competing holiday for Christmas. There's none because you have Kwanzaa, which is after. Then like pagans don't. I don't know if they celebrate it. They're all fucking.
And
they
then
sacrifice
Hanukkah,
goats
us
and
Jewish
shit.
folk.
Wiccan people. They're like dancing around fires. Like it's the winter solstice. We eat herbs.
That's Kwanzaa?
No, that's Wiccan.
Oh, well, what about... So what are you saying?
Jews,
Like,
well,
July
Jews, 'cause we
4th
have-
doesn't
we have
compete with
Hanukkah, but
anything?
That's before or during or like before or during or like while Christmas is fucking the world.
Yeah, but if you were a
Hanukkah's
toy
around.
company, would you focus more of your attention on the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth quarter, which is like
Fourth quarter of the year, the fiscal year, because
Right.
that is when all the presents are bought. And I mean, like, if they were just talking about how this year is again record-setting for the fact that our economy's been shit, so our economy's getting better, and that's cool. But they were setting that price-wise or that money-wise, we made more money this year than we did last year, and the year before that, and the year before that on Christmas. So, but I just think that shit's getting more expensive. I don't think that it's really all that. Like that we're improving all too much. I mean, like, yeah, we're improving, but I think like ultimately, like, yeah, they're focusing on the fourth, but the fourth quarter of the year. But I feel like it's still
So your answer is the fourth quarter.
the fourth quarter.
Okay.
Of the fucking year.
So what is the point of your answer?
I'm
This
high.
dude, he's
You know
ranting.
what?
You are
I'm
ranting.
ranting. I'm ranting. Right
Less ranting.
We need to have like each person has a rant bottle of like, water that we can spray on each other. Like, hey, if you're ranting, I'm
Like a
gonna-
That
cat?
would be
It's like,
It's
stop
like when
ranting,
It's like
Nick.
at award shows when they put the music on. You're like, I'm not even fucking done. with
I'm
my
not
speech
finished yet. I'm not finished yet.
So you can have that same reaction if I squirt you if you're on a rant. Like, wait, let me get this out.
Let me get
I've got
this
one
out.
more point to make.
All right.
Rabble.
So I have no idea what that rant was.
Christmas takes over is what we were talking
Too
about.
early,
Christmas
right?
takes- but no, I
Taking
just-
over the world.
So do you have
money?
okay? So you think that there should be
I'm
an order?
Jewish, of course I'm gonna.
I think there
focus
should be
on
an
money.
order to things. You have all sorts of fall stuff, you know, in like October, November. You have, you know, your major holidays like
Spring
October.
break.
You have like all the fall type
St.
stuff. But you
Patrick's
have
Day.
you have Halloween, and then in November you kind of lead up with everything to Thanksgiving, and then once that's done, you focus all your attention on
Christmas.
Christmas. You
Christmas
don't try
comes
to
in
mix
there.
it all together. You know.
Well, that was my point, is that they focus to make all their money on Christmas, so it starts earlier now, before Thanksgiving.
They hide like a Santa Claus like peeking out from behind a Halloween display. And
Yeah,
they're
it's like
"Oh,
starting
coming."
super early.
Studios
It's
to
fucking
put like
coming.
a fucking snowman in between splices of their film to like
They're
subliminal.
to get you into it.
Christmas.
All,
Think of Christmas.
All songs, if you
Buy
play
something.
them backwards, is Jingle Bells.
And that's fucking All songs if you play them backwards
All of them. Every
are
last,
Jingle Bells.
Every last song is Jingle Bells. If you
Oh
play it
yeah,
backwards.
so if you listen to any kind of radio station lately, if people still do that, you'll hear a lot of Christmas songs right now.
But hey, do you think that now that people don't listen to the radio station, do you think there's like podcasts that are playing nothing but
dude,
Christmas
I mean,
songs,
I
or
think
like
that,
people
like,
that made playlists?
I know people that have Pandora, like they go like Bing Crosby Christmas songs, and
Oh,
it's like
God.
Pandora. It just plays all the songs. You don't have to like buy the fucking Christmas album. You just
Fuck
do it
that,
on
man.
Pandora.
No,
But
that's
no one's
not
listening
right.
to the radio anymore.
Bing Crosby. Who the fuck listens to Bing Crosby anymore?
I
That's
listen to Bing Crosby every once in a while.
I
Loves me some Bing.
well before the radio stopped. I think most of those people.
I can't
are
even
dead
name.
now.
I can't even name a Bing Crosby song.
It's beginning to no, it's not beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Do you guys have a favorite Christmas song?
I'm fucking Jewish. We're both.
We're
Jewish.
both Jewish, man.
So you
We
guys
don't
have like
care.
fucking
Yes,
dreidel,
the answer is
dreidel,
yes.
dreidel, and what else?
Uh,
you
That's
have?
a Hanukkah song, man.
Oh, okay. Well, what the fuck do you guys?
What's your favorite Christmas song as a Jew?
As a Jew.
Like, here comes Santa Claus.
Here comes Santa Claus.
Evan, what's
down
your
Santa
favorite?
Claus Lane. What the fuck kind of
Rudolph
lyrics
the
is
Red-Nosed
that? I want
Reindeer,
more
bitch.
brooding, cryptic lyrics. I want, here comes Santa Claus in the dark.
Rudolph
You're
the Red-Nosed
You're
Reindeer,
afraid
man.
of the night, 'cause
The red
red
nails?
is coming.
Red-Nosed Ranger.
Red, he has a red nose, bud.
The Red
Red-Nosed
Ranger.
Ranger.
This is the fucking Power Rangers. What the fuck?
I don't know what I said,
Good
all right?
Lord, man.
I'm
The
slightly
shit that comes out of your mouth sometimes.
It's this whipped cream vodka.
the Red Nails Ranger.
So you
That's what
guys
it is.
like the classics, is what
Nine
you're
Inch
saying.
Nails.
Like you guys like the
As a
classics.
Jew,
The
I get down
classics.
as
I
a
listen to mostly electronic music, so I don't.
Okay,
There's
no,
no-
okay. So is there
there's a
any
Jingle Bells
traditional
remix.
like? Okay, so Jingle Bells is a traditional Christmas song. What
Yeah.
would a traditional Jewish song might be in this time of year?
Dreidel.
And do you have any other songs?
Do we have another song?
we don't.
We just have one.
A lot of prayer.
Do you own a dreidel?
I did when I
No.
was younger. My mom and yeah.
Yeah, but
I
do
mean,
you?
could
That's
get
not what he asked. Do
chocolate
you own a
coins.
dreidel as a
You
man?
get chocolate. No, I don't own a fucking
Okay.
dreidel as a
We
man.
don't-
I
I
have
don't
a
own-
menorah. Does that
You guys have a
count?
menorah?
Yeah, I have a menorah.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't have a dreidel.
The
I
correct
light
times.
it.
You just light them all at the same time.
You have to. No, you have to light.
I don't celebrate
on
Hanukkah.
7 days.
I'm a
You-
bad Jew. I
most
just
people
celebrate
like-
Christmas.
Hanukkah's
It's taken
a
over.
really stupid
Wait, so if
fucking
you don't
holiday.
celebrate, if you don't celebrate that, then what differentiates you between non-Jews?
I celebrate
versus
Christmas.
Jews?
I just don't listen to Christmas music. That's what. I'm not in the. I'm not in the like. I'm not in it for Jesus, because
Uh-oh.
we're not. Well, no, because I'm atheist.
Get the
If you wanna
water.
if
Get
you
the
wanna
water
get
bottle out. Just
wanna get
fucking.
technical, I'm
He's about to go on a
I'm not
Jesus
gonna go on a
rant.
I'm not gonna go on a rant, but I'm atheist. So like I'm Jewish who turned atheist. So I do Christmas because I like family and presents and shit and friends.
This is like
and-
rant zone, man.
No, I'm done. I'm just about done. But I'm just I like that stuff. But I'm not in it for.
We need a
for the music,
speedometer
and
for
most
you.
of the music is gospel. Most of the
Yeah, I
music
mean it's
is
a lot about
angels and
Jesus
shit.
and the nativity scene and stuff like that. But I like the ones that are like vaguely like Christmas, like they're Christmas, but they're not like, they're talking about like Christmas lights and like Christmas music and stuff. They're not singing about Jesus being born on that day. It's like the holiday songs that are not
Turn
religious.
it on with friends in the car. Do you turn? Would you?
Dude,
you
like
drive
Jingle Bell
it
Rock
around?
is not about like baby Jesus. coming
Jingle
out.
Bell Rock is still like really fucking dated.
Well, what-
it's not anything about Jesus, man.
Yeah, but Jingle Bell Rock's more about like the holidays, though. It's not about Jesus being born and all this religion shit. Jingle Bell Rock. You're talking about rocking around the
Wait a sec.
Christmas tree
Can you
and
do
have a
the?
happy
Can you
holiday.
can you hum me the melody to Jingle Bell Rock?
Rocking around the Christmas tree?
I said hum,
have a
man. Holy
happy
shit, you know?
You
holiday.
guys just want to break out in a song together?
No, I
Maybe we
can't-
can
I can't
jack
sing
off
that
later.
song.
That's so hot.
You know Jingle Bells, though, right?
Well, I don't know.
Are there any like?
Oh yeah. Okay. Ready?
Okay.
We can do Jingle Bells.
Are there any like
Start
news?
dashing through the snow.
Has
Yeah.
anyone this year made like a new Christmas song? Like, is Justin Bieber gonna be like?
Oh
no,
they're
they're
fuck
all
yeah.
revivals.
I'm gonna make like the new fucking classic. Like I'm gonna write a song, and it's gonna be like from now on in my life, it's always gonna be Christmas tradition to sing my song.
They'll never fucking do that.
You don't think any like musician is gonna be
Dude.
like, I'm gonna fucking make a brand new Christmas
Traditional
wanna
song.
know, like because
You
song?
can't.
You know, I
you
think
can't.
the last person that did that, which is one of my favorite Christmas songs, is Mariah Carey. when
Did
she
what?
Mariah
sang-
Carey made a Christmas song.
Yeah,
that
all
is
I want for
so-
Christmas is you.
Okay, all right.
That's
I've
the
heard
She did that?
That's
I've
my
heard that
favorite
on radios,
Christmas
but I
song.
don't
Wait,
like. I don't hear that people like families singing. That
Sing that one.
around
Sing that one.
pianos and shit.
I'm not gonna sing a
Sing Mariah Carey song.
okay? Right?
I don't-
I've never heard that.
that's-
All right.
It's
Yeah.
it's really.
Is it
kinda-
traditional?
It's
Dude, if you heard it, it's like
Oh.
it's totally traditional. There's like sleigh bells and shit. Like I think if you want to have a
It's Mariah Carey.
Can
It
you
can't be
imagine, like, a-
traditional. Traditional is like
sleigh bells, there's got to be some sleigh bells.
traditional is like in the beginning, like when the tradition started. 'Cause Christmas is still like young anyway.
So you
right?
think that just they're like, all right, we're gonna before we release this whole thing called Christmas, we're gonna write all these fucking songs, and these are gonna be the only ones we're gonna use.
Well, no, those songs
It
were
goes
written
throughout
after
time.
Christmas.
It goes
was
throughout
made.
time, so
Yeah.
it's like okay, and then
You
5
can't-
years someone comes up with it's
Like, here's a
Jingle
good
Bells.
example, non-Christmas related. Is like, what did football games play before Who Let the Dogs Out? Like, Who Let the Dogs Out wasn't invented when sports came around.
No, just remember.
Yeah.
Like that
okay.
kind of stuff.
I'm
It was
just saying that a new.
piano shit. It
I'm
was
saying.
just-
I'm saying that a
notes.
new song came out, and now it's fucking tradition. Now you
It's
can't
the-
go
it's
anywhere.
The standard.
You can't go anywhere without hearing
you
"Who
have,
Let
like,
the Dogs
football
Out."
teams running out to let the bodies hit the floor by
Yeah.
drowning pool.
That's what I'm saying. So he's
which
saying
is just
that
retarded.
that could happen in Christmas.
I guess, but I
Do
mean,
you
like,
think
you're not,
you
I
could
don't
write a
think you're
Christmas
gonna
song? Do you think you could write a Christmas song that's gonna be the new traditional?
I could write a Christmas
It's-
song that would at least catch on.
All right, do your Christmas song.
I could do a Christmas song right here.
All right, Evan, do your
I need
Christmas
my
song.
writer.
Freestyle rap a Christmas song?
Freestyle rap. Yo,
Okay, let it-
wait,
Evan-
what
I'm
do
not
you
gonna
say?
freestyle rap. I am not
We're
a
all
rapper.
white. I'm not
Okay,
gonna even-
you want me to freestyle a Christmas
I
song?
wanna, do you think? Okay, do you want me to?
I'm just gonna come up with one.
Nick, can you give him a beat?
I'm fucking Jewish.
I'm
We
gonna
don't
do,
even,
uh,
can't even keep a beat.
No, it's not freestyle. I need.
What do you-
I
you
need.
said
No,
you
just
needed a
shut
beat.
the fuck up is what I
You
need
said
you
you
to
needed
do.
a
All right, just let him do. Just let him go.
Yeah.
Go.
He's in
Wait,
his own
I'm
okay.
freestyling or you?
McKay's just gonna freestyle Christmas song.
McKay's gonna
Okay.
freestyle.
When we chop trees down together for Christmas, I love you so much.
It's already terrible.
That's
that was,
it.
That was it.
That's
I
my-
when
that's
we
my
chop,
chorus.
When we chop trees down for Christmas, I'm gonna love you so much.
All right. Can anyone top that shit? Do you think that's bad? That's
No,
my
I love
When
it.
we're under
I
the
love it.
mistletoe,
Tradition?
my balls you will touch. Right?
I kinda
Next
like
lyrics,
that.
Yeah.
tradition
Yeah.
now to sing the chopping down trees together. Makes me love you so much.
When we're alone, I'll put my fingers in your butts. Yeah.
No, I think it's gotta stay about Christmas stuff.
But
not
I
fingers
think
and
it's
butts.
you can make it a sexy Christmas, like Marvin Gaye. Well,
He
that's
used to
very
say
white.
some raunchy shit, man.
Yeah, just talk about it. Talk about how you feel about me under a Christmas tree.
Do you guys have you guys
The
ever
worst
done-
part is there's no like if we were like a professional podcast, there would be like production people in a corner somewhere.
be
We're
like,
just
"No,
three
wait."
dudes in a room
They're like,
talking.
no, you can't say that. Hey, stop that. What are you guys doing? You can't say
Cut
that
it off.
kind of
You
stuff.
can't say that. You can't
Shut
get
that
gay
up.
with each other. We can. We can totally. Get
Okay,
gay with each
so
other. No one's
what-
around.
What else about Christmas is taking over?
Well, Christmas lights I think are okay. Do you think Christmas lights are okay?
I think
People
that
put Christmas lights,
lights are. I think lights are fine in general. I take a lot of ecstasy, so that's just my thing. I like LED lights.
You just like so Christmas
if I
is your
drive
favorite.
by and I see a house all lit up, I'm like, fuck yeah, man! I want
on.
to.
So you're on LSD and you're just driving around.
I'm not on LSD driving around. I mean, like,
Oh my
You
God!
have someone driving you, right?
I did at one point. And it was.
Do you have someone driving you, or are you really just laying on your front yard? You feel like you're
I'm,
taking a trip around
I
the
haven't
neighborhood.
moved from my front. I'm just like overdosing. My
You think
mom
you're
is.
flying through the
My mom
neighborhood
is
when you're
stabbing me in the
just-
chest with adrenaline needles. It's like Pulp Fiction. John Travolta is screaming at me to wake up.
You're like disco dancing on the nightclub or something like that. And you're really just an In-N-Out burger. Someone's like, "Hey man, you gotta get out of here. You can't pass out here."
You'll be a woman soon.
All right,
So,
so
holidays.
man.
I think that.
what fuck that topic,
What,
man.
what else is invading this?
No,
what-
Christmas.
Yeah,
We're
what
moving
else is
on.
Christmas
Fuck that
doing?
topic.
We're moving on.
Yeah,
I think
Christmas?
we got it.
All right.
So
All right. Yeah, I was
Alright.
gay to begin with.
number 3
That was
is the
bad.
don'ts and do's section.
don'ts and now you can get riled up.
Don'ts and do's.
Don'ts and
Getting all
do's.
riled up.
I'm gonna be a part of the gayest podcast made so far. This Sweet 16 just turned out to be them talking about dicks the whole time.
Are we talking about dicks too much?
Why are we
Do you
talking about
wanna-
dicks?
We can get into it.
No.
We're talking about the don'ts and do's.
Don't let me play devil's advocate.
Number 3.
Don'ts and do's
Topic
of what?
number 3. Don'ts and do's of getting old.
Getting old.
Getting old.
All right, I'm gonna say it just right off the bat because don't make a bucket list because it's the gayest thing I've ever seen in my. Did you see?
Well, you
that
don't
movie?
believe in dreams?
Fuck dreams, man.
You don't believe in
Fuck
dreams
dreams.
coming
You
to college?
shoulda gave up on those when you fucking came out.
Oh,
of the
so you
womb.
think that when you turn 65 years old, you go to a fucking nursing
Your
home and
dreams
you
are
just wake up
done.
and play
You don't
chess
have
with each
any
other all
more
day?
dreams. You are done. You've had children. You're exhausted from.
I gotta
weeks
say, I don't
and months
like
and
your
years
attitude
of-
on that. I think that
of
you can do
work.
so much stuff.
Relax. No, I'm just saying, like, relax. Like, chill. somewhere where you could just fucking drink heavily and smoke weed and just play fucking baccarat.
Well, that's your idea of like, what if someone wants to go fucking do?
Travel the world at 70.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna climb Everest and break your fucking hip and die of hypothermia.
Dude.
Yeah, but maybe they put that all off, like maybe they had like all these dreams and ambitions when they were like in
And they got a
30s.
family.
They had a kid,
They're gonna get
and then they had to they could never go on vacation because they were such a good parent. And then as soon as they turn 55, the kids are out of the house, and they go, you know what I've always wanted to do, which I could never have done because I wanted to raise my beautiful childs.
I wanted to raise them chitlins.
I want to go travel the world now that I'm a free man and I've got a success and I made money throughout my career and I've got children that can help me out if I need to.
I guess you could die at because then you could like on a boat trip, just like if you're alone, you're like your wife's already gone and stuff, and you're like sailing. You're like, it's been my dream to sail across the world in my boat. So you get in your boat and then you die sailing. That'd be kind of cool because then you're dying what you do loving. It's like fucking a hooker right when you have a heart attack.
What if that's on his bucket list, though? What if he writes a bucket list? He'd be like, here's the things I want to do before I die. Fuck a hooker and die.
But no, that's on my bucket list. If I made a bucket list.
Well, now you're
it's
pro.
Cliche.
Now,
no,
wait a sec.
Pro at all. I'm saying it's cliche and I wouldn't do it. But if there was a bucket list, for instance, if I was going to be able to choose how I died, it would be being chased off a cliff by naked women.
So that's a bucket list item.
Right? That's not a bucket list item. That's not a bucket list because I don't want to accomplish that. If I get to choose how I die, I'll do it. But I don't want to accomplish. That's not something I want to do. I would die.
So don't make a bucket list, right? That's what you're saying? What? Give me a do.
So I think what you're saying is that if you're on a bucket list where you're like, oh, I kind of wanted to always go hang gliding, and then you die hang gliding, you're like, fuck.
Well, no, because then you're like, oh, well, yeah, but that's your first time. It's like zip lining.
Yeah. Well, I guess.
Give me a do, Evan, of getting old.
I would say a do of getting old is to, kind of go against what you said, but feel young at heart. Don't
you are.
Like,
that's fine. You can feel young at heart.
But like I think every generation once they get to a certain age they go, okay, this is what I think I need to do as I get old. I need to buy a Buick. I need to get I need to have move into a retirement home. Like you have a certain thing.
You guys are saying
moving to a retirement home is not on. I don't think that's on anyone's
list.
list.
But I'm just saying.
So
like once you get to a certain age, we have things that we think we need to do.
Well,
but I think
kids are out of the house.
But what I'm saying is, I think if you think that you're young at heart, you could be like, I'm gonna quit my job or I'm gonna take up fucking photography. Like if you feel young at heart, you're not at the point where you're like, oh, I could have never done this. It's like fucking do it. You can do it right now.
So you guys are saying the same thing.
The exact. I think
do a bucket list.
Do a bucket list.
It's the same thing as get like heart at young.
Like
so
stay
young at heart and do a bucket list.
You're saying have goals later on in life, and I'm saying just take later on in life to just do whatever the fuck and just I don't know.
I think you're.
Yeah, but if you feel young at heart, it's kind of like I don't have to act like an old person if I am old.
But what are you gonna do for a career? You guys are photographers for career, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so me, for instance, I'm in college and I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do yet, but I know for a fact that I probably won't do photography professionally, even though I love it. But like you guys are gonna do like a free cool thing for a while where I'm gonna end up in a fucking office somewhere hating every day of my life and just like when I'm 60 I'm just gonna be like fuck everyone, the kids are out of the house, I just want to fuck you until I die.
So what you're saying? What you're saying?
Just
what you're saying is that me and Evan are not capable of. You think just because we do photography, everything's perfect?
No, I think you guys are gonna feel.
What if I always wanted to ride a motorcycle?
You'll be more accomplished. You'll fucking ride a motorcycle.
What if I feel young at heart for a photographer? I'm like, man, I'd really like to fucking do my own taxes or something like that. Something.
You've never done your own taxes?
No, dude, I'm a photographer.
See,
I'm a fucking party animal.
I don't do taxes. There is no such thing as a deduction.
I'm an animal. I'm an animal, so I can't feel young at heart because I'm already gonna always be young at heart.
Aren't you guys supposed to be like good with money though?
No.
Jews.
Oh, us. Yeah.
Horrible. We're supposed to be good with money.
Supposed to be.
That doesn't
not
mean
good.
shit. What was that? That Vegas trip didn't turn out good on
No.
money.
Oh. Cut it off.
All right. So what would it don't be of getting old? So do is like age. Make sure you
right,
feel
I'll
young
say
or whatever.
Yes.
What's a don't?
Okay,
hit me with the don't.
I'm gonna hit you with the strong don't. Don't let yourself go.
Oh, you're like okay, so I'm 60. You kind of feel young at heart. Like don't feel like
no. I'm saying keep.
Okay,
No. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Stop.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like don't stop taking care of your body. stop like.
Don't go Howard Hughes and start
Yeah,
growing out
just,
your nails and peeing
like,
in bottles.
Some
and
old people
yelling at
just
people.
they don't give a shit how they like look, and they get all.
That's why
you know.
women all like have like the short gray hair because they're like, fuck it, I want to deal with a goddamn
Yeah.
haircut. Like,
Don't let
I'm too
yourself
old for that
go.
shit.
Keep it together, right?
Turn their hair purple and they're like yelling at their cats.
Yeah,
Socks
just
full of
fucking
cottage cheese. That
old
chews
shitty cat ladies. Yeah.
all right, so what's your biggest pet peeve about being an old person? Like, if old people are like really super slow, do you feel like when you get old, you're gonna be like, I'm gonna make sure that I'm never like super slow, or I always stay out of people's way, or like I'm a really good driver? Like, do you have anything that you feel like you want to avoid doing when you get
When
old?
I get old, probably about music. Like old people are always like, "Oh, your fucking music sound like shit," like on South Park. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be like not cool. I'm just gonna be understanding of when my grandson comes up to me, he's like listening to a song and it just sounds like beeps and bops or something in a random order. Like it's like Morse code, and he's like, "This is the new band. It's fucking Morse code. Beep boop bop boop beep." And I'm gonna be like, "That music is that's cool. I could get into that."
Yeah, you're not gonna be like, oh, you kids and your old shitty music. It's just a bunch
Yeah.
of bleeps and bloops. And
I'm gonna
bops.
try to be an understanding old person about music.
Okay, I
What's
like
yours?
that.
What's yours, Nick?
Oh, man.
Do you have one? When you get old, you don't
Well,
want to do
took
what?
mine 'cause I
Do you have a
listen to
fear?
lot
Do you have a
electronic
fear of
music,
getting
so
old?
it's
Do you have?
just
Is
kinda-
there anything you fear getting old? Like your balls shrinking and stuff
We're
like
gonna
that,
be
or
the.
dropping the floor?
I honestly, I don't think we're gonna be the first generation to live forever. So
Oh well, don't get into that shit. Just answer the question.
I don't have
Don't
well,
bring
no, I'm just saying, I
don't
have
bring
I don't have a
the
fear, but I don't have
singularity
a-
into this.
I don't have a. I don't know, getting old. No, because I like the idea of being senile, and I like of yelling.
So
at people
you'd say
and-
a do is play on your weaknesses that are stereotypes. You know,
I'm old. I shouldn't. I know
You're gonna
I
throw
shouldn't
shit
be
at people
stealing. I
and
didn't
just
know
blame
I
it?
was doing, it's like fucking pee on.
that's your do is
Pee
to
on people in
you
movie
take advantage of the
theaters.
system.
You're gonna be that
I'm not
old
gonna,
shitty
I'm not
dude.
Gonna I'm not gonna take advantage of the system. I'm just gonna manipulate the system. Is that
Okay,
the same
so
thing?
Dude,
your do would be to manipulate the system so you get more
because
shit.
I'm old. Yeah.
Like
Well,
the,
okay, so something for you getting old. What are you gonna try not to? What are you gonna try to avoid?
Well, I don't want to be like hobbling around, and I really don't want to take like 8 pills a day.
So you're gonna try to stay healthy.
You're
I want to
just
stay.
gonna
I
kill
want to stay
yourself.
healthy. I mean, I want to be. I think it's one of those things where if you hobble around and stuff like that, I think it's gonna make you. You're kind of like gonna in your mind.
So you're gonna be like
you're gonna
Jack
get-
LaLanne, like fucking just fit as shit, Evan. Like when you're like 85 years old, you're
All
just
stacked. I drink nothing but vegetable juice.
you're still
I've always
fucking
wanted
like
to
you're
be
still
an
fucking
MMA fighter.
you're still
Five
fucking
rounds.
18-year-olds and shit like that because you're like still an attractive old dude.
Can
You
you
could-
fuck 18-year-olds when you're like 70?
Yeah, dude. There's no once
I
they're
just-
legal.
I just
Yeah,
don't see it like being pleasurable for both parties. I don't think.
Well, it depends on how much money's involved. I
Well, if she's got
Yeah,
daddy
yeah.
issues,
If you
then she's
throw-
gonna.
If you're throwing fistfuls of hundreds at her face while you're fucking her with your saggy ball sack. That's
Well, it would take granddaddy issues, not daddy issues, for a girl to be
No,
into.
I think that could fall into daddy issues.
All
too.
right, one more don't I would say, or maybe it is a do of getting old. Is drive a cool car. I think once you're old, like the coolest thing you can do is
As long
like
as you drive it fast.
yeah, but I think if you're an old man and you're driving like a little shitty Buick or something like that, people are like, oh,
Feel
get out
shitty.
of my way, old man. But if you see him driving like this like rockin' fucking Cadillac,
Mercedes
or
or
something,
something?
like that, people are like, or like a Benz, people are like, oh, holy shit, that old guy's pretty cool.
If they're doing fucking 35 in a 65, no matter what they're fucking driving, I'm gonna hate them.
So what-
It doesn't.
So what you're saying is, no matter, you're saying as an old person, do pretend that you have some kind of cool life by driving a nice car instead of just being successful. You're like, make sure you get that nice car to cover up your shitty ass life, because
No, that's
Yeah,
not
get-
exactly what I'm saying. But
you're
like,
saying any
Get
old
a
person you
Porsche,
see,
fucking douche.
Any- you're saying any old person you see fucking in a nice car is just
well,
Wow,
I mean, I
that's-
think there are definitely things nicer when you get older. You're like, I don't give a shit if it's like fast or not. I want to be able to get in and out of it quickly, and like leather's like nice, and I want to have like seat warmers and stuff. Like once you get old, you kind of have a different set of like ideals of what your car should be, and
Old
I think
people
that's
are
why you drive like a
overtended.
Cadillac or a Buick or something like that. But I kind of feel like when our generation gets to the point where we're old, like Buick and fucking Cadillac are gonna go out of business. We're gonna be like, oh, I want to
Dude.
get a fucking Lexus.
Everything's gonna be electric cars and shit. There's gonna be like
you can't.
self-driving cars in a few years because of Google. And
So you can't. So it'll be like all that flying shit will be around. But if I see Evan in like a 2010 Civic or something, I'll be like, oh man,
Fucking
that-
dirty old man.
dirty old man.
wasting gas, you fucking
Right.
asshole.
Yeah, you piece of shit.
I hope you choke on your pancakes. At
All right.
IHOP
Does
in the
anybody else-
morning, You fuck.
Does anybody else have any do's or don'ts of getting old? Some things I guess you have no control over, like if you go bald or something like that. You know, like that's just getting
Don't
old.
get.
Like,
You can't say it. We can't
you
disappoint
can't
the.
say don't go bald.
Don't go bald.
Do things that you have no control over.
What if you can't control your fucking sanity or your health? And
Well, no, I mean, but you have no control over. So what are you gonna do? It's
Just
whatever.
go
You
insane.
just go with it. You just go
Well,
with it.
I'm just gonna. Well, you could take measures to keep you fucking healthy or sane, right? So
Well,
Evan's
yeah,
gonna.
but I mean, you could take your ginkgo biloba and shit. But if you get
what
fucking
the fuck is that?
Alzheimer's, it's for memory.
Ginkgo biloba. Take ginkgo biloba and you'll remember things like an elephant.
Yeah, it's like
What the
like
fuck?
omega-3s and shit.
Is there something that you can take that makes you forget memories?
You know what? They're actually working. There's a pill that is in the process that actually can disassociate people from their memories. Like if you have a you have a bad memory, you pop this pill and then
Like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, one of my favorite movies.
essentially just way less intense, and then they don't have to strap you into a thing and while
Wow,
you're sleeping.
that-
Crazy.
Would you?
But they said
like-
that 50% of people that took placebo had the exact same effect. So you could just say that placebo and talking to someone.
So there's really not a drug that can do that yet. It was just a placebo effect.
Well, no, they said this isn't a placebo. It does have a chemical reaction, but they're saying that placebo is pretty much just as good. Because
Okay.
placebo is just as good as anything.
Except for fixing legs when they break.
No,
You got to use real action to fix a leg.
I guess.
You can't just placebo effect
You just
the
take
economy
that
back
shit
together.
and just
But
wrap
do you
it
guys
up.
fear like being older and like being more susceptible to injury? Like things that you could do when you were younger, you just like can't do anymore. Like
That's why I'm saying,
Walking.
why would you want to go break yourself? Why wouldn't you want to like reserve your energy?
Some people
and
don't
your
have a
strength
choice, though.
until they figure out a way to keep you alive forever, so you can just bug your family.
so, you're saying what
forever.
your strategy is for getting old is to just lie around
Stay
and
alive.
keep your brain
Stay
healthy
alive until
like they can make like robot legs. And
You're
arms
not
that
getting my
carry you.
money, you fucking assholes. Because I'll hate all my kids and
So you're
stuff.
saying like if I was 65 years old and I started like a softball league, you'd be like, "What are you doing, you idiot?" Like, of course.
Why would you start a site? You'll break your arm. Yeah,
You'll
no.
break your arm and you'll
I'll be on the
useless.
sidelines in like a bubble with
And,
like
yeah.
throwing shit at you. No, don't do that.
You can't go out in the sun because you're like, no, skin cancer. I could never have that happen to my body.
I'm gonna be like Michael Jackson. They're just gonna be injecting me with shit, and I'll live in a breathing machine and touch children.
If you're rich, man.
And you're like,
You
please.
can't afford
if
all
you're
that.
rich, you can touch all the children you want. I
No,
think
if
that's what we're
you're
going
not rich, you'll just die.
Oh yeah, death. That's what we were not touching children.
Yeah.
My bad.
Don't touch
So,
children.
My bad.
I'm looking forward to getting older. I think
I
I'm looking forward
don't have too much of a problem with it.
I don't mind it.
All right.
I think guys are okay with it because
Girls go downhill.
girls go downhill because
After
they
30.
because
bam.
girls are so superficial. They think about their
Ugly.
looks and they go, "Oh, I'm getting a wrinkle." Or
Every girl that listens to your iPod right now or your podcast right now is just like crying themselves to sleep.
Not unless they're like 18, then they're fine.
No, every stage of girl. The second they are like socially aware that there are other people in the world aside from them,
They're gonna
freaking
start
the fuck out
crying?
about everything. Everything. Clothes.
So what was your question?
So I'm saying like a do is be a man if you're getting old, and don't is be a woman.
Yeah, do not be a woman if you're getting old. That's that.
Don't be a woman.
So my advice for those dudes who are getting old, be a man, literally and
Be a
figuratively.
man. Look at George Clooney and then look at Heidi Klum. It's
Be a man.
Literally
still
and
nailing
figuratively
shit.
when it comes to being
And-
getting old.
Be a
And-
man.
And then you literally and figuratively
Yeah.
don't be a woman.
Don't be
a
literally and figuratively.
All right, guys.
Is
I
it
think we're
figurative?
done with that
Do you
topic.
do you say figuratively and literally, or literally and
Figuratively?
Literally and figuratively.
I
fingerly?
want to be fingerively.
Finger lily.
Finger lilies.
Finger lily.
Finger licking good.
Love finger lilies. They're so
Wow.
All right, number 4. Topic number 4. User suggestion. I want to just say that we had a lot of participation today. It's all weird, stupid shit.
Nazis and dinosaurs and
Yeah,
I
like
even recommended some.
being on putting
off-color
dildos in your
things.
butts. Come on, guys.
What
You
putting
guys
what
are
in our
crazy.
butts?
What lizards?
What do-
Dildos?
Put-
Dildo lizards.
Oh, lizards and dildos.
Be a
Was
lizard
it
dildo?
dildos and lizards in your butt, or was
Like
it
a Godzilla 2000 something like that?
Lizard shaped
Damn,
dildo.
with Matthew Broderick?
Wait, does that exist? Like, can we start a fucking
Godzilla 2000?
Oh, that was-
that exists.
We already talked about
mythological
mythological dildos.
dildos?
There's actually a company that makes like a unicorn dildo, and it has like
And a Loch
little
Ness
bit
monster
weird
dildo.
barbs on it and stuff like that. Yeah, like Swamp Man. What's SWAT man's dick look like? I don't know. Order
It
now.
looks-
Only
It looks,
$19.95.
it
It'd
looks
have-
like kelp and slime.
It looks like moss. It's got green
Cave
moss and
moss.
No,
shit.
there's a company that actually makes shit like that.
It
So if
only
you set
grows on the north side of the rock.
So
They-
the
they
the
have, like,
Godzilla one, the Godzilla one would have like the red or like spikes
Yeah.
on it and shit like that.
yeah.
Wait,
some-
so
anyways, what we're talking about is our usage suggestions, and the one that we finally picked out of all these crazy ass suggestions was girls who think that they are photographers because they're hot, they have a digital camera, and they just kind of want to, that's
I-
what they
every
think
The
they
count-
kind of label themselves.
The
Every girl.
number of rants we will get from Nick on this subject is probably, I'm gonna put it at 4.
because I dated a girl who
Okay,
did it.
does everyone in the room
She
know
still
a
does
girl
it.
who's a photographer? Raise
Yeah.
your hand.
Yes.
Okay, so everyone knows a girl that's a photographer.
Yeah,
Okay.
but isn't that like saying, does anyone in this room know a girl who's a doctor, or does anyone in this room
I don't know a girl who's a
who
doctor.
does data entry? Well, I mean, like it's just I feel like we're.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I feel like all everybody knows a girl that's a photographer these days.
Well, we're
is what I'm saying.
photographers, so I think
And
anyhow-
more so now. Does anyone here know somebody that's a photographer? Oh, this fucking room. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
so like, so what you're saying is, are they any good? Or are they?
What I'm saying is if you didn't know anything about them, would there be a difference if you see their photos and go, that's a girl photographer or a guy photographer?
I don't
Do you
think
have
you
a
could
different
tell.
opinion on the photo?
I don't, unless it's like, unless their subject matter is noticeably in a direction like just lots of gore or lots of like cool, like you might be
Alright,
like that's
let-
definitely guy photography.
Let me ask you this though: if you see a picture of a girl, like a sexy picture of a girl,
Yeah.
and you go,
You think it's
"This
a
is
guy?
women photographer," they go, "Oh wow, like lesbians."
that's good for a girl.
So, like, do you think that alters your decision on like whether you like a photo? If it's a girl, if it's a hot girl, but you go, "This was shot by a really hot girl," people go, "Oh wow, that's actually really sexy." Versus, "Oh, this is shot by some 65-year-old man that's not sexy."
But I don't think that there's like you can't really tell. Like when you're looking at photographs, like you can tell what a person was going for, like emotionally
what their intent
or
was?
technically, like what they were actually like going for as a photographer. But I don't think you can really tell aside from that, like what the person's like or who they are. Like McKay doesn't look a lot like his photographs. Like honestly, and I think you're a more outgoing photographer than your photos would say. Like you should be in like a dark room
Okay.
somewhere. Like
Okay,
never.
but your point is that you're saying if the photography is just like if
there's
it's
no
like regular.
personality to it.
If it's just
Or there's
photography, then what I'm saying is this is a weird thought. Okay, it's not a weird thought, but if you see regular photography, it's hard to tell if it's a boy or girl behind the camera. But what I was saying is that if it's strong in one direction, like girls in bikinis, you're like, oh, that's definitely a dude photographer. And if there's something that's like teddy bears and unicorns, you might be like, oh, that's a girl photographer. But if I just looked at photography that was like Evan's or like mine or like yours, it might be hard to tell if it's a boy or girl.
I don't think because I mean, and most of us use fucking names. Like you have your name. You go Evan Romaine, and then I just went NRC or INRC.
Yeah, well-
I must be dead. So I mean, like unless there's a name.
Well, the
on
tag,
it, I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
there's really a way to tell
I
No.
thought the
if
point,
it's a girl or a guy.
but I thought the point of the subject was the guy was like pissed off that there's girls who are just.
No, I think we were working into that, but I think
Oh.
it was. I think you were just kind of highlighting like, is there any way to?
Well, yeah. I mean, would your opinion of a photo change if you knew it was a guy or if you knew it was a girl? Either way.
I don't think the end result really matters. If it's a good photograph, it's a good photograph. I don't
Well,
think there really
I think
needs
being
to.
photographers, I think we all kind of feel that way. But if you were just a regular person off the street and you were like, "Oh, a woman photographed this," you might have a different opinion because you don't know much about photography.
Well, and like, isn't it like so the majority of people would select like a male surgeon over a woman surgeon?
Just because they feel like that's a more traditional role.
Because and I think there's more trust there.
Like, oh, you
for
have a
whatever
woman lawyer?
reason.
Like, you got a chick for a lawyer?
Could be on her period. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like- or a woman cop or something like
Get
that.
that
Yeah.
bitch out of here.
She's gonna be a bitch. do you feel like you have a preference? Like, I mean, we're all photographers, but if you were maybe like a female model and you were maybe uncomfortable with an older guy photographer because you think might be a creep, you might be like,
I think
I'm gonna do
girls
my
get-
boudoir photos with the woman photographer because we're both have the same, we both have boobs or whatever. Like,
I
you
think
feel more
girls get
comfortable with
more-
sexy stuff like that.
Girls get more confident photos. I feel out of girls at least in that aspect, and
I
guys too, because you have to have like some form.
So you're not
of-
you're not choosing one. You're saying they get more comfortable photos out of guys and girls. You're saying that's both. I'm saying yeah, it's
No,
the person.
I think girls get more comfortable, like you get more of a sense of the your model being or whatever you're shooting being a little bit more at ease in their poses and stuff like that. Whereas with with male photographers, you see a lot more rigidness or need to be perfectionist in their poses and stuff like that. You see a lot less
I think
looseness.
that has to do with nothing to do with boy or girl taking pictures. I think that has to do with your personality when talking to the model and like how she feels
Well, yeah,
and
and
whatnot.
I get that, but I mean, like, I think right off the bat though, because like you do a few looks, right? Or do you just do one specific?
I don't know what I do, man.
See, okay, so because
It's just like
you do like fashion and shit like that, just like aside
I do all
from
sorts of
just
stuff,
art.
yeah.
So you get like a girl, they'll have like fucking 6 different outfits. You'll shoot all day, right?
Yeah.
So like I feel like at the end of the shoot, it's a little bit more opened up. Like your model's a little bit more comfortable with you physically and mentally once they have more of a feel out for you and what you expect out of them as a model.
Well, I can feel like, I've shot with girls before where you kind of have that, like, it's almost like a connection. It's like an intimacy between the photographer and model.
Yeah.
And I think if I hadn't been a guy on some of my shoots, maybe I wouldn't have got it's like the kind of that sexy vibe from the girl, or maybe the model could have used that like, oh, this guy is good looking, like we're on a beach and I'm kind of like not wearing a lot of clothes. Like you kind of feel that emotional connection, where it might be hard if it was like if it's just some chick.
were you painting your ideal scenario there, Evan?
You're just like, bitch.
Yeah, that was me on the beach, and I was like, this girl's
Not
like,
a lot of
wow,
clothes.
he's so hot. Like,
Is she gonna know
I would love
this?
to fuck
like,
him
right
after
off the bat?
this.
She's
Like
gonna hear this.
if
and
he's
go, "That was
available,
me."
like on the sand and everything, and like that's like my dream scenario. No, but I think there has to be some kind of intimacy for like certain types of photos where kind of has to be the opposite in an area where you're like, I feel uncomfortable because somebody be taking nude photos. Like I'd rather it just be a girl photographing a girl.
When you're doing a shoot, are you more subjective or objective toward the girl? Are you using her as a prop in a scene, or are you using her as the scene? Is she the actual the overall thing you're aiming to portray?
I mean, I don't know if that really matters at all. I mean, sometimes it's sometimes it's
back and forth.
It can be back and forth, but you're always trying. I always try to create a good photo and have a lot of respect for the models. I don't like try to use them for anything. Like I want to.
Well, I'm not saying do you like
So-
tie them up and
like that.
spank them or anything.
So I guess we're getting lost from my initial point on this whole subject.
Girls
Okay,
with cameras.
the girls. I thought the whole point of this conversation was okay. A girl is like she just has a nice camera and she takes a bunch of pictures of herself and she thinks that she
I think
is like
we move around in
is-
our conversation.
yeah, but like
but we can get back.
yeah.
to
Well,
it.
I'm trying to explain it. Like, what are your guys' thought on that? Like, do you know a girl who like she takes a bunch of pictures of herself and she's attractive, so people are like, "You're a great photographer." Like, no, she's not. She's just fucking taking like some big name photographers who started out like that are like Laura Jade or something like that. Like she was super hot and she took a bunch
I
of
know that
pictures.
is, yeah.
Yeah, she took a bunch of pictures of herself and they're like, "You're an amazing photographer," and then like shoots off her career and shit like that. Like,
but you could say that of a lot of like beautiful people in general. I think that girls in general like have an affinity for wanting to take pictures of shit because they just like pretty things and they think that everything that they do is pretty. So they just
Well, I think that's also like if a girl is, thinking about the things that she wants to do as a woman, like she's like, I would love to be a model. Like, what girl would not want to be a model?
all of them want to be models.
So
Some of
like,
them just don't
so
have
whenever a
confidence
girl
for it,
gets
and
any
some
kind of
girls do.
photographic ability, I'm sure she would be like, I'd love to take pictures of myself. At some point in her, if she took pictures, she'd
But
be
I
like,
mean,
I'd like to take pictures of myself. Where I think guys are always like the opposite way, and we always want to tend to take pictures of others.
But would you consider yourself a photographer if all you did was self portraits?
Yeah,
Either
yeah, I would.
because eventually you would improve on it. It would become a practice.
Well,
it would
some
become
some people are
method.
socially awkward and they don't want to just approach someone on the street and be like, "Hey, can I take your photo?" Like you were saying, where they might just be completely candid. That might be their
Yeah.
biggest fear. So they want to do photography, but they never have a subject. So they use themselves
Yeah.
because they
Well, and-
have ultimate control over that, and maybe they don't want to bother a regular person off the street because they want to practice.
Well, like I got into a habit of just like if I ever had my camera with me, I'd take a picture in like a mirror, just like of me holding up my camera directly in front of my face. It just became habit because I like mirror shots. For some reason, that was always a thing of mine, and like that just became something. I don't show them to anybody. I don't post them on Facebook or anything like that. But that's just something that I do. But like
that's
do you
creepy,
guys-
man.
Is that weird?
Yeah,
Is that weird? I mean, like, I'm not saying like I'm like
you're
flexing my muscles.
You're
and,
creeping
like,
me the fuck
masturbating.
out.
I mean, like, if I'm in if I'm at a bar, for instance, and I'm shooting an event, and I walk into the bathroom and I'm drunk, I'll hold up my SLR and just shoot a picture in the mirror and then just.
Oh,
move
okay,
on.
that's a little less weird.
I'm not saying that I'm like whipping out my dick in front of the mirror and go, "Oh, you're so fucking hot. Oh, I'm gonna look at this later."
And
you
masturbating
sexy boy."
and taking pictures of it.
I mean, I do that with you, but that's
You do that with me?
yeah.
Wait a sec.
With
Who-
Didn't we open up with we're
Yeah.
boyfriends?
Who's taking pictures of who?
I think we're both taking pictures of you. When any picture
Like
that we
while
have
we're
is you holding a camera and me holding a camera. Sometimes it's me and you holding cameras in mirrors, which is where I got the initial idea to take pictures in mirrors because I was like, I'd do like a non-sexy version of this. But me and McKay have the sexy version where it's just us naked, just skin and
This is
dicks
getting
and
out of
balls.
control, guys. I'm
We're-
gonna have to-
We're
You
Bring
can
us
take
back
over
in
whenever
or
you want.
something.
I was waiting for
If I had my
someone to
rant
interrupt
water
me,
bottle,
and
I'd
that
be
just never
spraying the
happened.
shit out of you right now.
You know what?
we
I
need
wouldn't mind
we
that.
the gate meter has to come down.
Gay-
The
there
rant
should
meter
be
has to
a
come
literal
down.
gay
We got a
meter
lot
in
of
here.
we got a lot of things out of control in the fucking in the
let's
dial.
just show of hands. Do you think it makes a difference between boy and girl photographers?
Well, I think wasn't it?
Does it make a difference? Yes or no?
Is it? Does it make?
Yes.
A difference? Yeah.
I think it makes a difference.
Boy and girl photographers like the.
In a weird way, I think if it's a shot by a
All
girl,
right.
I think
I'll
I
get on
can
board.
actually look at a photo and kind of try to think about more from a girl's side of view or a guy's side of view if I know the difference.
All right. Well, I agree.
I
Thumbs
think
up.
sometimes that could be
I
a negative
don't
thing
agree.
too. If you just see a photo as it is and it doesn't have the name of the person on there, you don't think whether it's a girl or a guy. You just think of it. You kind of observe it as art, and you don't really think about it. But if you know if it's a girl photographer, that makes you think differently about the photo.
All right. Well, I
guess
could get on board with that.
You guys agree? I don't agree.
Well, we'll move on to the next
Yeah,
topic.
That's fine. I just.
All right. So good
think it's
users.
person
That
to
was a good
person.
user suggestion. I actually enjoyed
No,
that.
I think-
that was
I think we misread the whole thing, but I'm too high to explain it.
Number 5 is
You're blaming it on me, but if I feel like this happens when I'm not here anyway, so it doesn't matter.
number 5. Topic number 5. Last topic of the night. I think we're gonna have to edit in like a thunder, like through the window, and then as soon as it happens, I go murder. Because the 5th topic is murder.
Who has the most evil murder voice?
No, that was.
Like if the lights went out and Evan was murdered, the mystery would be like, who did it? It was Nick with the
Murder.
microphone.
It
Say
was
he
Nick with
was
the microphone.
murdered.
Murder. Murder.
No, that's correct.
That's not
All right,
evil.
show of hands. Who here has ever murdered someone? Okay. Nick,
Wait a
you
sec.
raise
Am I
your
the
hand.
only one?
Is this lawyer confidentiality, or
No,
or
it's
do we
patient.
have to tell the cops that he
Is
just
this
murdered?
gonna have to be like recorded onto a disc and given to an FBI?
No,
agent
because
at any point?
because if I
All right.
say that I killed someone on tape, I could just be saying that to say it because I'm cool. Like
Well, let's
that.
do a real one. Has anyone here murdered, by show of hands, murdered somebody?
Someone like people or
For real, dog. Have you murdered
I've
someone?
never murdered anybody.
Okay. So
But metaphorically, I've murdered plenty of people.
so what was your point? You knew? Did you think
'Cause
someone?
I know that none of us are murderers.
Have you murdered someone?
I've never murdered
It wasn't
anyone.
about. It was just no. It was because New York had a murder-free day.
Okay,
So murder in
explain that to explain that to people like they're
All right.
5.
All right. So like this week, which is I don't know what today is, December something, 2012. This week, New York had a murder-free Monday, which means that like they had no phone calls at all about a murder or no one got killed at all in New York on one day. And
That
that's
is-
just a record-setting thing. for
That's
them.
great.
Does that,
That's
I,
great.
It is a great thing. Is that a good thing?
I don't give a fuck. Who cares? He's just the person is gonna get murdered or not, whether it happens.
That's
It's just
good
lucky.
because people aren't dying. So you're indifferent. You don't. People die every day. Fuck it.
All right,
Well,
so
it-
let me ask you guys a question here. Do you think that it's okay for murder to happen so that we can like kind of weed out like the bad eggs, you know? If like
I feel like it's
gangsters are
gonna
killing each
happen
other
either
like,
way.
oh, there's murder that needs to happen, like as a government we should hold back on crimes because that's part of the circle of life and these gangsters need to murder each other so we can have
it's Darwinism. It's the weak
Survival of the
being-
fittest,
You're
man.
saying that
Survival
you're
of the
okay with
fittest
some
and-
murder in the United States and whatever.
No. I feel like it's a part of human nature. I mean,
So that's what he's saying. Circle of life.
Yeah.
How many people are murdered every
It's
year?
the
Derek, would
circle.
that put a dent in
We're
our
all
like,
animals. Shit happens.
how many? What percentage of deaths in the United States are murders?
Oh man.
Why are your questions so fucking hardcore tonight?
I'm just
man?
no, I'm saying like of all deaths. Okay, so I die of natural causes. What percentage of that is murder.
No, murder is never a natural cause. What do you
I'm
mean?
not saying natural cause. I'm saying of all the deaths of 2011, okay?
You had
for last year's
33%. 33% were murders.
numbers, 33. You think 1/3
1/3 of death
of
is
all
murder,
deaths-
which is probably grossly off.
That's it.
I think it's like 4%.
A third of all murder or of all deaths are murders.
That's what I said. What is
What's
the
your
ca-
what's it say?
what
No,
is-
I'm
your internet
I'm
things?
looking
We
up.
want the real stat, but what do you think?
Fuck 4G.
I think-
I'm saying 4% of all deaths are murder.
Whoa,
You're saying
33%.
33%.
A third of the people.
All right, so
That's not-
fucking look it up.
I'm fucking
So
looking
if
it
a
up. And the
million
internet
people
in
die
your
one
house
year,
sucks.
you're saying that there's a significant amount of those that were planned
Three-
murders.
To be exact, 333,333 murders, Evan.
So
If
you're saying a third of every generation is
murdered.
You have to have like deaths. You have to have death statistics to see how many people die a year. You have to have murder.
Just look it up.
I'm fucking trying to, and your service at this house sucks. I'm literally I'm waiting.
You
for
just type it in.
I am. It's in.
God damn it! You guys talk for a minute. I'm gonna look this shit up right now.
Go for
Evan's
it. 'Cause
gonna-
I have 4G and this is not working properly.
Good
But
lord!
no,
I've got
you
Wolfram
can't.
Nick,
Alpha
okay,
on
while
here.
he looks it up, I said 33% of
You
all.
said 33%
Yeah,
of all
I'm a
deaths are
moron.
murders.
I'm a moron.
And he said how much?
4%.
I'm gonna go with like closer to 15. I think 15 to 20%.
All right, so we'll leave that percent. The folks are
I think
fucking
33%
on the
is just a lot.
on the edge of their seats. It might be 33, guys. I think
they can edit this shit.
someone's murdered. Someone's murdered fucking every 5 minutes.
Well, but that's the thing is okay. Here we go.
Who's got it first?
Holy shit! 55 million people die per year.
Die per year?
55 million people on average are dying a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so how much of
So
that
you're
is
saying
how
you're
much of
saying
that
a
is-
third
how much of
55
that is
million
murder?
people.
how much of that is murder?
There's
Someone just walked up and stabbed him in the neck. Fucking 300
there is that many people just being
That's
murdered every year.
ridiculous. It's like 4%, man. Good lord. You think people are all just murderers?
Yeah,
And they're like, I'm 90. Like, I'm not just gonna die. I'm gonna murder someone too.
I'm a little scared to go outside. All right.
Good lord, man. Okay, so when you die, do you want to be murdered or do you want to die of natural causes?
Who the fuck would say I want to be murdered? That would be like
I
the
don't-
worst thing to. Oh, how do you want to die? I want to
So
be
your
murdered.
answer is no. You would not want to be murdered.
I want to be fucking. I want
That's
to
a
die
te-
in my
that's-
sleep.
You
I
wanna
think
live
that's like
until you're
what
95
everyone
years
would
old.
want. I don't want to live till I'm 95. No, I want to live until I'm fucking 5,000.
That's a high number.
That is a very high number.
Oh.
Do you think
When
humans
you
are gonna
think
live
on that.
longer in the future?
Yeah, that's what he was trying to get into earlier.
In 2030 is gonna. 2029 is the first year.
It's the
that we'll have-
singularity. Get the fucking name right. Singularity.
Well, is that the singularity?
It's called
When
the
we'll
singularity.
Have computer chips in the brain, and by 2050 we'll have the first living or for like eternally living.
We
humans
sound
that
like
will have
we sound like
cybernetic
Jewish
humans.
fucking space fucking weirdos right now, but he's
Violent
that's
crime dropped
that's a true
4%
thing.
in 2011 compared to a 5.5%. Okay, so
Don't
violent
read
crime
until
has
you
been
have the
dropping.
actual stat. I don't need to the whole disclaimer on the
I'm
website.
not-
Okay,
I was just
McKay,
saying
let me
violent
ask you a
crime.
serious question right now. If you were gonna murder someone, if you knew you were gonna fucking murder someone, how would you do it?
How would I murder someone?
How would you murder? What would your preference be
On murder.
on murdering
Like,
someone?
Would you
Not-
go Dexter on
no,
Would
everyone?
you
not-
like get in there like super
Wrap them
close
up
and
in
just like
plastic.
stab them a bunch of
Well,
times?
can I get it out? Gosh.
Get it out, man.
No, I'm not gonna go fucking Dexter on somebody. That's a lot of work.
It is
Couldn't-
a lot of work. A lot
Can't
of
you?
plastic.
I'd like to do it nicely, like just fucking get
Excuse
it.
me, sir. You dropped your penny. Oh, thank you, young man. Kill him.
No, it's not all shanking.
What
Murder's
would you
all.
use? What would you
That's
use?
what I'm trying to get to. It's
You
not
wanna
all.
shoot him with a bazooka, don't you?
No, I would do like an undetectable poison.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude, I'm trying
so
to
you
say.
don't want them to have a like. You
No.
don't want to be like in hell and then be like.
So you want them to-
You're the one who
You
killed
want
me.
them to die unknowingly,
Like,
painlessly.
well, it's about making it look like they weren't murdered is what I'm saying.
Do you feel like if you
Undetectable poison.
do you
They
feel like if the people don't know that you've murdered someone, you can get away with more murders? Like as far as if you just walk up and stab
Are
someone.
you going for quality or quantity?
well, like you have to murder like a president with undetectable poison, but like
you can't. Hold up.
but you
Hold
just
up. We have to
murder someone
clarify.
on the street with a
We're
shank.
not going to murder the president.
So
Just
you
have to
want
clarify.
Yeah, no,
None of us
we
will
should
murder the
probably,
president.
as
Back off, Vice President.
The
If you
Fuckcast would like to express its
Then-
extreme opposition to killing the
No
president.
one here is going to murder the president. But if we did murder the president, how would you do it?
I didn't realize what I was implicating myself into. Sorry.
I must be
Thanks.
the production. Would like
I
to
must be
state
the
at this
production.
time.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a donation to the
presidency.
like the White
White
House.
House. They don't need donations.
Sorry doesn't work. Like sorry,
so,
Baba.
so
Sorry,
would you
Baba.
want to go crazy and do like a chainsaw and like fucking murder?
No, I
them?
just undetectable poison. What's yours?
I think
How do you want to murder somebody?
I want to sniper someone.
Oh
Like,
shit!
Where they're like
With a gun.
driving through a cab, talking on their fucking cell phone.
You just
They
want the
walk past
bullet.
building and then just one right into their fucking.
You just
in
want to
their
watch
eyes.
everything explode, like President Kennedy, just all over the.
I think like I want like a flap of their head to fly off in slow motion. I want to shoot someone in the head from long range.
How long?
You really want to like from long range, so you wouldn't even really see it then, except through the scope.
Yeah, I want to see
Question.
it through my fucking scope.
You
Oh
just
my
want to
God.
see this.
Head,
I'm gonna do the motion.
skull
This is what you
explode,
want to see
blood
through your scope.
everywhere.
Just
Yeah,
that
like
head.
just to get
You want to
the
see
out.
Kennedy.
okay.
You
So
wanna
I
see
wanna
Kennedy.
take the
Let me-
barrel, I want to give it a blow and so
Let me tell you this.
You want to blow your barrels
let me ask you
Yeah.
this.
and do a barrel roll.
Let me ask you this. The longer the like, would you be happier sniping someone from like
The
100
longer the range,
yards,
the
or,
sweeter the kill, I
like
think.
2 miles
The longer
away?
the really?
Yeah,
so,
and
so for you, it's more of a tactical thing. If you can pull off the kill, so then you're a lot more. You're nerding out on murder.
if there's an
Not even
assassin,
like-
okay, so if I have a hit on some guy, if I want to fucking murder someone and like I don't make the kill, I let them walk. I go,
You let
know
them
what?
walk?
You-
It
you-
wasn't
you
meant to
beat
be?
me. That was the competition, and you beat
But
me.
when they
you
come
can
back
go
and
free.
kill you,
Maybe if they knew
No.
I shot at them.
No, if you missed, they probably would never know.
Where'd
like
that bullet
they're
come
like
from?
be like I think someone's pottery just broke over there.
That's if
Oh.
it's 2 miles away. But like
there was an intense breeze a second ago.
And-
Yeah.
in the
Okay, so drum roll, please. I looked up the statistic, and it said that in 2007, murder accounted for 1.2% of the
Yeah.
overall estimated number of violent crimes.
1.2.
Oh shit! Wait, no, that's just violent crimes.
That's just violent crimes.
No,
So
I want to know all murders.
All
okay,
murders?
I'm sorry, that statistic is not
Well, no,
correct.
wouldn't that be it though? Because all murders are 1.2% of all violent crimes. How many violent crimes are there in a year?
I didn't say.
no, because you can have different. You can have a violent crime that's not murder.
I'm talking about like of
Well, no,
all
I'm
people
gonna
that died in
stand
2005.
around like a dumbass
I want
holding
to know
my
how many
phone in the
people
air.
like died in their sleep versus how many people got killed by someone.
Well, yeah, but
yeah, well, that's murder.
many
But
pe- how many
violent
people
crimes are not
died?
always murder, is what I'm saying. So it's 1 point. Say the stat again.
Well, violent crime could be a result in a
So we'll
death. That could
say-
be a car accident.
Say this. Yeah, but a violent crime could be like you beat the shit out of somebody, but they
Detroit
didn't die.
murder rates are up.
God damn it! I just want to know how many.
We don't.
Percentage-
See, you're having to
okay,
say
so
fuck
if,
4G.
no, I'm
It
saying
does
of
not exist.
everybody in the entire world, of all deaths in the entire world, how many people were killed by another person?
79%.
I don't think it's
79.
79% was murder.
No, they just said 1.2 of all violent crimes was murder.
They're wrong.
So
I did my own research.
but I mean, like, then you have unsolved crimes, unsolved deaths where they don't know if it was a murder or if it was a suicide or if it was like just a person falling off a bridge. And
well, we don't have a percentage, so
we don't have any. We don't have any statistics.
What's-
We're the
Ev-
most uninformed.
Evan,
podcast.
give me-
We came up with these topics like 25 minutes ago.
I know. That's
and spin murder. What else about murder?
All right.
Other than,
so-
like,
so
give me
would
a-
you-
I
would
never
you-
gave a murder weapon.
Murder.
So I want to hit long range. You want to do it in, like they don't know in like their poison or something
Yeah.
like that. Nick, what was your preferential method of killing someone for murder?
Wow, you make that sound real like a. You make that sound like a question on a
Would you want to
job
torture them? Would
on
you
a job
torture them
interview.
first?
No, because that's fucked. I'm weird about like layers and stuff of
Well-
people. You know, like needles and blood and stuff like that.
Just so, how would you murder someone?
Like car accident?
You
Wanna
cut
run
their
over them with a
tires?
car?
You trying to set
Yeah,
Evan
brake
up with a
lines?
girlfriend?
Cut the
I'd try
brake
and make it
lines?
really fucking interesting. I'd make like a maze that I'd have to go through, and then like at the end,
kinda
like,
They're not going to
torture.
go
That's
into a
kinda torture.
maze.
It's kind of torturous, I guess, but like I'm not aiming for them to be like.
That could be
in
fun.
complete
I like
discomfort.
mazes.
I just want them to be completely disillusioned. Does that make sense?
Well, you
Like
can't.
Saw? Like you want to fuck
Out
with
of
their
it,
brain?
yeah. Like I want them to like there would be games involved, or maybe like if I had control over a demon or
Good
a
lord.
ghost, that would be cool.
So you're a psychopath.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
no.
You don't
I
want
would-
to kill people. You want to like talk him into killing themselves.
No, that'd be really fucked up. I don't
Who's a
think,
bigger? Who would be a bigger psychopath? You who killed like 3 people in some fucked up Saw game, or me who killed 2,000 people with an undetectable poison?
You.
I'm the
because
bigger
you're-
psychopath.
You're massive.
Yes. So I'm saying
And
the
you
amount
never-
counts.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
for
going-
Hey, dude,
psychopath.
I thought you meant like your rich like gold digger wife is like trying to like moving on your money, and so you like poison her food every once in a while. You
I
want to
don't-
talk about like poisoning the entire fucking like
He's
Phoenix
like talking about
population?
poisoning the well, getting like
Jesus
an entire
Christ.
fucking city.
You want to kill like a
I Must Be
5
Dead
million.
Productions does not condone poisoning
I
entire
thought
cities.
you meant like this man's been abusing me my entire life, and I'm not gonna take any
yeah, I
more.
thought
Put
you meant like
Pine
a
Sol in his
scared
fucking
kind
soup.
of like
You-
cornered
You're
rat
talking-
type situation.
Yeah,
but now
no.
you're like,
Not even anything that's like even distinguishable
No.
as honorable. You
No,
wanna
guys.
kill
like
a
I want to
fucking mass
poison millions
population.
of people. I want them all to die painless.
Yeah.
I wanted to rain down poison
Memoryless.
from the sky.
We're gonna drop a fucking barrel into the river and just contaminate everyone undetectably.
All the fish are gonna be floating at the surface.
I'm starting The Walking Dead, basically. I'm just
Wow.
gonna
So you're
start
gonna like
fucking-
release smallpox into like a
move.
into
Yeah.
like a city area.
Okay, so if you murder an entire population, who would you save? Would you save me?
Not right now.
what the fuck does that mean? Why not right now?
Because you're making fun of me for wanting to murder everyone. You thought I was just gonna murder a gold digger.
So now he's getting offended that
Because
you
you
think
think
his,
if I murder
his
you, you're gonna
concept
be
of
like,
murdering is bad. So now he's
I'm
gonna
gonna
murder
get-
you even more.
God damn it! God damn it! Fuck.
That's
He's
awesome.
gonna like frame me for murder now. He's like, oh, Evan, fuck him.
I'm really butthurt about this.
No, I haven't.
I think you'd have more confidence in my murder.
I'd save you. I'll save you too.
So
Fuck it.
would we all save each other? I'd save you.
Yeah,
guys.
would you save me?
What about?
I'd say both you guys, but let me ask you a question.
But is
okay?
it saving or is it sparing? Are you sparing that person because you're not murdering them? Or are you saving them because you're not murdering them?
Yeah, well,
Sparing.
No. Would they
You're
be
sparing my
would they have
Sparing.
been murdered?
So you're sparing. You would spare us.
yeah,
and
because
spare
we're doing
them.
the murdering, so we're sparing, not saving.
Okay, yeah, you're sparing us.
Who would you murder?
Oh,
If you could walk up and murder someone right now, who would it be?
Who would you
like
murder?
my number one person. Oh,
Yeah,
like
who's on your hit list? Who's your number one hit list?
like in real life or a celebrity.
in real life.
Just anyone.
Let's
That's
go
too.
real life.
I don't want to say that.
Don't no. Yeah. Let's go celebrity.
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 I don't want to say who I want to murder
So
in
would it be
fucking
like
real
Lady
life.
Gaga, who would it be? If you could just
Um,
erase someone off the face of the planet.
I think
Be-
she's already dead in the inside. So
Well,
I don't think
I don't give a shit. Beyonce.
you just walk up and
Beyonce?
shoot Beyonce in the face.
she's had a baby.
I gotta get. I'm just over Beyonce.
Yeah, I
Just-
think we're all over Beyonce.
Just she's fabulous. Whatever. She's
what the fuck happened to her?
I
She
think
was
I think you know who I'm over right now?
innocent and-
Adele.
Adele. You would
Adele?
murder
Yeah.
Adele.
Adelaide.
Well, you know what? I was gonna say that,
She
but
set
then
fire to the rain.
because I hear those songs all the time. But she did the Skyfall thing, and that was actually kind of cool. The Skyfall, like James Bond intro.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
And I was
are
kinda
you gonna
like,
say
ah,
that of
it's
every
kinda
woman that
badass,
does a
though.
Skyfall thing?
So maybe I'd spare
Or
her.
a James Bond.
So
thing?
who's your real one?
Wow.
But you didn't say a real one.
No, I meant like
was gonna
real
say, It
celebrity.
would be
Oh,
Adele,
we
but I
should-
want to spare her. But I
You
think
just
if I-
said Adele and then you took it back. So who
Back
would you?
out of it.
Yeah,
Celine Dion.
you take her out.
Why Celine Dion? My heart will go on and all
Wow,
that.
of all the celebrities, me and Evan both went lady singer.
Lady
Are you gonna go-
singers.
What lady singer do you have to like murder now? Now you have to pick a lady
Can
singer.
I pick a group of people?
No,
or
no,
does
no.
it have to be
Lady singer.
just a lady singer?
That's who you have to murder.
You know, like Shania Twain. Who is it gonna be?
Kesha.
Paula Abdul.
Kesha. Okay.
Because I feel like she's the biggest threat to girls these days. She's a
Well,
whore.
Yeah, but if you get rid of one whore, then another one just replaces her.
I know, but then you have like,
You cut the Hydra's head off.
I think Adele's yeah.
It just-
you're right, to return, yeah.
So you cut
I feel like
one
Adele
whore
is
down.
much- Adele
You
is
get two whores
definitely
right in
the
their
lesser
place.
Evil of all of them. I'd much prefer to kill like I'd go with like Kesha or Pink. I'm tired of Pink. Fuck Pink. I'll go with Pink. I'll go with
Okay.
Pink because she's been around too long. And she's just getting annoying. I
Can we-
hate her. I'm a feminist and I'm all about independence. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
So let's get back to the
I know
whore.
that that's
Can we get-
sexist, but
Can we
I'm
go
not-
back
I'm
to the
not
whore
sexist.
hydra?
I'm all about
The
it.
whore hydra, cuz
All
the,
about
I'm
bitches.
just picturing that in my head. Maybe we'll
The
scribble
whore
down a
hydra.
drawing of a
Who
whore
would
hydra.
be on that whore hydra?
Can
Lindsay
someone
Lohan,
Oh yeah, Lindsay Lohan would be on there.
the whore hydra?
the whore
Yeah, the whore hydra.
All right, who's on the?
So Kesha, because it cut her head off.
Kesha
You
would
said
be on
Pink?
there.
Who would come back if I cut Kesha's head off?
There'd
What?
be like two like other like skanky ladies that would come out.
Yeah, okay, so who would you put on the whore hydra? He said like who would you like? Christina Aguilera would probably go on the whore hydra for me.
Yeah, she's kind of a whore, isn't she?
She became a whore.
Yeah.
But then she unwhored. Can you unwhore? I've seen a lot of
Like Britney Spears goes
redeem
back and
yourself?
forth.
Yeah, she's like, I'm sexy, I'm fat, I'm sexy, I'm fat.
Yeah,
No,
she-
but
she
is
like-
that a thing?
She
Is that-
she loses it and gets it back together like fucking all the time.
yeah, but I mean, like, I think that's all girls lose it and then get it back together just throughout their lives.
What about men? Can you be a
I'm
whore?
completely secluding
be a
women
whore.
from this podcast.
So what?
I've got another like an actual murder question here for you, McKay.
Go ahead.
I consider us being good friends now. What would it take that I could do to you that would make you want to murder me, like your friend?
That's a good question. So let me think about that for a second.
Like, what's
let's-
the worst thing I
okay,
could do where you'd be like,
besides
I don't care if we're friends. Like,
besides you trying to murder me, like if you're coming at me with a knife, I got to defend myself. I don't
Yeah.
want to kill you, but it's kill or be killed.
No, I'm talking about like, what's the worst thing I could do personally?
Like-
Like if I scratched the rims on your car, you'd be like, fuck it, everything's
No.
been done.
Scratch
I'm
the
gonna
rims
kill
on
him.
his car.
Well, nothing you could currently do to me besides trying to kill me. But like, if I had like a wife and you were like maybe I might think about you if you're like cheating with my wife or something like that, then I might have to murder your ass.
Even though we have like podcasts together, like we've got 16
think you'd get
beautiful
over that.
podcasts together.
I think you'd get over
Oh,
that.
that's I'm not saying I would, but I'm saying like maybe I don't know. I wouldn't murder you, Evan, unless you were trying to murder me, or maybe you were like committing genocide against everyone I love, and like you were killing off all my friends one by one. I might have to stop you if you became a serial killer. Like, let's say you were addicted to me, and you're like, I'm gonna keep killing people close to you. And
You're addicted. You're addicted to him.
What makes you think I'm not?
He's already killing us all.
I've got to stop you if you start killing off everyone, so I can only love you. You know what I mean?
Okay, so your threshold for me would be if I start murdering everyone important in your life.
Probably. What's my threshold?
I don't think I'd murder you, man. I don't think I don't.
Even
I don't
if
know
I was trying to kill you,
if you came out with you with a knife, I don't know.
you would just play dead and let me stab you like 19 times and just sacrifice. You're like, McKay's my
I wouldn't
best friend.
sacrifice myself for you. No, dude. If it was a him or if it was a you or me situation,
You'd save
I'd
yourself.
always go for myself.
Okay, so what could I do?
Unless I thought I could save both of us.
Oh,
I should clarify.
that's a good answer. Like you take the knife away from me and then you put me in like a
Like
headlock.
if there's a zombie coming at us and I had a choice of hitting the zombie or you,
You'd-
I'd go for
why
the
would
zombie.
why would that even be a choice?
Yeah, there's no
If you were
choice
like,
there. You
Evan-
shoot the fucking
You
zombie.
looked at me and you're like,
Kill the
Evan,
zombie or kill your best friend.
If it was
That's
like,
it.
okay, so what about this situation? What if I was getting like eaten by a zombie and you're like, you have a gun, you're like, I'm gonna give you like a mercy kill, like you're gonna be a zombie, like that's no life to live.
Would I
like,
shoot you?
Yeah, would it be like a mercy kill? Like
Would
if I
you
was
ask to be shot?
if I was being like eaten by a shark and I was like, kill me.
Oh, okay.
So-
and you're like, oh, I can't.
So you're saying, but that's ending suffering, not murder.
That's
That's like, that's
like that is literally a mercy
Caught
kill.
on fire. We were playing with sparklers and he's on fire. I should
The
just
last
put
of
him
the
out of his
Mohicans,
misery.
you're
So-
a pyre of fire.
I'll be in fucking court and they'll be like, you are wanted for the murder of Evan Romine. He was being eaten on a shark and on fire, and someone was
Could've been
poisoning
saved,
him,
murdered him,
and you
he's like,
Shot him in the
and,
head.
and you
you're
shot
like,
him.
My case,
Fuck.
officer, is that he looked at me with his eyes as if to say, kill me.
Why didn't you shoot the shark? Maybe he was thinking, kill the shark.
And put him out fire. Why didn't you
Put
shoot
out
the shark?
fire.
Put out
Yeah.
the
Yet-
fire.
Yet there's water right there. You pick up the gun and you're like, I'm sorry.
Dude, have you?
It's like a
I'm
fucking
like, no, that's not
trash
what I
can
meant.
fire.
I was implying that you got the blanket, not that you mercy kill me.
You like burn the burgers. You're like,
I'm gonna
no.
be fine. I'll be fine, and like I'll need some Neosporin, but I'll be fine. Don't kill me. And you're like,
Well-
I'm sorry, friend. Dang.
So yes,
Gotta be done.
I would end your suffering if you wanted to die. Would I assist you in suicide? Yes.
What if you were like old friends for a long time, like 65 years from now, we're in a nursing home,
Doing podcasts.
and you're visiting my room, and I'm like, it's my time. Would you
Just-
be like, all right, and you unplug the
Yeah.
thing for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I do the same for you.
all right? If you say those, that's a hardcore line. Not like if you were trying to jump from a building, you're like, I hate everything. I'd be like, no, man, you've had a good life. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
But if you were like, if I walked in, that's the only line that could make me murder you. If you just say that when you want me to end you, just go, it's my time.
It's
And
my-
I'll-
There you go. And we
it
can
all-
nod at each other.
That's
and
your
maybe
safe
a
word
single
for
tear
life.
rolls down your cheek, and then you unplug my button.
You're gonna
and
come
you,
in.
and you hold my hand until it's over.
You don't have to be 70. You could be like 35. Come in my room and go,
Oh,
it's my time. Just say it anytime ever in our friendship, and I will fucking end you right there.
wait,
I will
wait. I
fucking
think it
end
should
you
be.
right
I think
there.
there should be
I
like
will
a
find the
clarification
closest
first.
sharp
There
object.
should be a clarification.
No,
first.
dude, don't fucking say it.
Dude,
There's no.
If I forget about this fucking podcast and I walk into your room someday and I go, we're going on our way to a concert. I go, it's my time. Are you just gonna fucking murder me right away?
It's
No
my
questions
time to go
asked.
to the concert. Why would you say that? That's
I
not
don't know.
even
I'm
a
just
thing.
saying, like, if I forget about it, are you just gonna have like are you gonna like break a bottle of beer and like slice my throat open?
I don't even ask you, like, are you sure? You got to say it. Okay, so here it is. You got to say
It's
it.
like reformatting your hard drive. Like, are you really sure
Here's-
you want to reformat your hard drive?
Here's how we know. You say it 3 times in succession. If you're
It's
70,
my time, and
it's
you
my-
go,
It's my
are
time.
you sure? And you go, it's
It's
my
my
time.
time.
And
I
you're
go,
like, Evan,
It's my
this
time.
is the last time. Are you sure? And you go, it's my time. And then you know.
and then I murder you.
I think three
3
times in a
times?
row would be good.
Yeah, because you're never gonna be mistaken that like I'm like you come into my room in like 5 years and like oh the concert's starting, it's my time. And I'm like wait man, dude, I'm getting my clothes. Hey, it's my time. And I'm like dude, I'll be there in a second. It's
I
my
can't
time.
hear you. I'm like, listen to my iPod. You're like, it's my time.
I'll
What
fucking
if you
murder
guys
you.
were like arguing about who wants to shoot? You're like, no, it's my time. It's my
Oh, yeah?
time.
That's the time you would say it.
But but he could say it 3 times then, and
Well,
then
no.
you'd kill him
Well,
while he's shooting
Maybe we
a
should
girl.
have another code word that could never
Then that
be
would be murder.
Maybe we should have another code word that could never be misconstrued out of normal conversation.
No,
it
no,
has
no.
to be like under certain circumstances.
Like a certain sequence of words like pancake, blowjob.
It's my time, pancake
It's my time.
blowjob. Pancake blowjob. It is my time.
Pancake
Never-
blowjob. It's my
Because you could
time.
statistically
But
say there's never a conversation.
wait. What if, by chance, one of you got pancakes and blowjobs, and then you were like, pancake blowjob,
That's-
it's my time.
That's never gonna happen.
no, but
Boom.
it could happen. I've gotten a pancake
But
blowjob.
here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying though. We don't need more words or to say it 3 times because we're forgetting the look and the head nod that
I
goes
think
with
the
it.
look in the eyes.
When you go like this, you go.
It's like the concert's starting. It's my time, and then you look in their eyes. and You go, he's just confused. He
Yeah.
said the wrong thing.
No,
Yeah.
I'll know because I'll look you in the eyes and you'll go, "It's my time," and I'll go, "Oh shit." Murder.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Murder.
You don't mean kill me.
I
You
don't need
mean
3
It's your time to go
I-
inside.
yeah.
I think it'll be a non-verbal cue that we'll have. Pretty sure.
It's the head nod,
That
dude.
escalated quickly. You're just like bashing his skull, and he's like, "No, I meant, it's my time to
He's-
skydive."
No, dude, he'll know because he'll give me the nod.
Because of the nod.
Yeah.
But
Do you have? So 'cause you said you want to die in your sleep, right? You want to die in your
oh
sleep?
no, fuck no! I want to die doing something awesome.
Like being shot out of a cannon or something like that.
Yeah, like if I get into a car accident, I want to make sure there's like tons of fire and other people involved. And my
That's
body's,
awesome.
like,
That's just-
injected and
that's
all over the
dangerous.
place. It is dangerous, but that's what makes it awesome. Because if you think about it, the more awesome the death, the more interesting it is, and the more it's going to be told about, like talked about. As
Yeah, but
opposed
if you
to-
have if you have a shitty death though, that could also be talked about even more. Like he died shitting himself on the fucking toilet.
That's
he had
awesome.
just taken a bunch of X-Lax, and he was shitting himself for
He literally
hours.
died from shitting. Like it's been all over the news for the last 2 weeks. You know his
He
name.
died from shitting
Evan
himself.
Romine. He shot himself.
Man.
New autobiographical book that just came out. Like
Dude.
people make a movie
Covered in
adaptation
shit.
about it, and
And
it's
just
like your name is fucking tarnished forever.
Dude,
Well,
that would.
don't you shit yourself when you die anyway?
I think they say that.
Because all your muscles loosen
Yeah,
up.
you
So
lose-
Yeah,
it's
but
like a,
Dude, that's not dying.
I think that's the
shit. That's
unspoken
shitting
thing,
after you
though.
die. He
not
would.
shitting-
They would say
shitting
he
till he died.
That's
he
like newsworthy.
died of shitting.
It'd be like a
He died of
newsworthy story.
like the pain of shitting is what killed you, not shitting out all your
that
organs.
Would be terrible.
Could you die of pain of
Shitting
shit?
yourself to death. Just
Do you have a
think
way?
about how-
Do you have your own personal undignified way of dying? Like I never want to be like die like as like a failure, or do you have like an undignified way? Like if you could
Besides shitting yourself, like in
besides
your-
shitting yourself, like
like
you're like I would never want to die.
auto
making love
asphyx-
to women.
auto
Like,
affix-
Yeah, I
Asphyxia.
want to do that. Not only do you traumatize someone, but you also get to die having sex with someone, and that's pretty cool.
what is
so
it called?
What's your
I was
least
just saying-
dignified way? Like would you? Like
I was
it
saying
to
the
be hung
auto
from the
erotic
gallows?
asphyxiation, like when you
I
choke
wanna-
yourself.
Like
and
that'd be
you're like-
embarrassing.
Yeah, the people come in the room and you got a belt on and fucking and your penis in your hand. Like that's a very undignified way to die.
Yourself and masturbating in the too long.
Well, I don't know. The people die of that all the time.
No, David Carradine died of that.
Yeah, like
They
40,
said that it might be foul play, but David Carradine died of masturbating.
45% of
with a rubber around his
murders
fucking neck.
are through autoerotic
He was an old guy. You'd
asphyxiation.
think he'd be good at masturbating by then.
Yeah, you'd think he got that down.
have
He's
that
like,
shit
I
down.
get this much rope, this height off the ground. I lean
All
forward.
right, let's
jacket.
play it safe.
Just, oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
You know, you can
that
always,
kind of thing.
you can always stand up actually if you really needed to, but it's kind of that.
But well, because they said that somebody might have killed him. But I don't want to die alone. Because I feel like if no one's around to see your death, that it's way like it's.
You
it's
think
not as
about it too much
impressionable.
here, man.
Like you just hear about, oh yeah, he died, and they're like, oh wow, that's sucks.
Wait, you mean like
But if
like
someone's
fading in
with
the
you-
background? You're talking about like actually like physically dying with nobody around. Like you want to do it where people can see you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So like
I
if you
wanna
were
die
if
around
you were
people.
80 years old, you had a cabin out in the middle of the lake, and all of a sudden like the
Just
person who
die
drops
on
the
a
mail off is like, oh my gosh, he's in the
Because
he's-
I'm half eaten
he's-
by
he's-
fish, like washed up on the shore or something.
no, like he's peacefully in his couch. Like I haven't seen him in a couple days. Like the the lawn's getting unkept
Yeah,
and
'cause
the
you
mail's
smell,
piling
you
up.
poop
You're like, what
yourself.
happened to McKay? He's like laying in bed. He's been dead for a couple days.
yeah, I
He
want
just
people
kind of
to know
fades
that I
off in
die.
the
right
background. Nobody cares.
I think that's it. I don't want people to. I want people to know that I died. I don't want people to. I don't want to be not. I want people to know that I died. I don't want it to be unknown. I want it to.
Dude,
be
you've changed your
public.
story so many times. You said you wanted to. You said
I
you
want
wanted
it
to
to be
die in your
epic.
sleep.
I want it to be epic. No, I said I.
You said
said
you wanted
that
to die in your
most
sleep.
people say that they would want to die in their sleep. That's what I said earlier.
So you want to be like exploded or
I want something epic to happen, and I want there to be witnesses because otherwise it just didn't happen, and some people forget about you otherwise.
So would you want
by sharks? I want to be, Oh, did you hear about Nick? He got eaten by sharks.
yeah,
like
but
other
so
people are like, oh yeah, he died in his sleep. That sucks.
so it sounds
but
like you're
you- oh, yeah,
anti-murder
eaten by
though. But
sharks.
you said like being eaten by sharks. Would you be
I'm
okay if someone
anti-murder
pushed you
'cause
into
I
a
don't
Shark Tank?
If someone pushed me into a Shark Tank, I think that would be both horrifying and badass at the exact same. Think about that.
You'd
Yeah,
be like,
but what
"Oh,
you're
man,
forgetting-
this
Think
sucks.
about
That's
all the
fucking
shit you would
awesome."
get eat. You're like,
Here's-
oh, this is terrible.
Here's what you're. This is what you're forgetting is that it's not how you die. No one gives a fuck. Like your story might be told for like a week if you die in a cool accident or if you die in a Shark
It's a
Tank.
week longer
But-
than anybody else.
But people fucking die in car accidents every day. No one gives a fuck. It depends who you are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, okay, if you die in a
Like-
car accident, like driving off a cliff, they're gonna be like, "Oh, someone drove off a cliff today."
Yeah,
But
maybe
if
it'll
you
be in the
die
newspaper.
In a car accident that takes out like an entire bus of school children and puppies, and like there
Lord.
was a confetti truck next to it, and that all caught on fire when.
That's how you want to die, is what you're
yeah,
saying.
I want to go out in a hail of fire. I'd rather go out like shooting it out with cops, or dying like aliens.
So your
aliens
life-
would be badass.
So like, cause I'm just gonna die when my time. I could really give less a fuck how I die,
I guess
as
I'm a
long
little
as
bit more
as long as my life was like, I don't care if I die in a shooting ball of flame or in my sleep, as long as my life was good. Like I have no thoughts on how I should die. Like I don't
Yeah,
give a
but
shit.
You gotta have no regrets to begin with. So, I mean, like your life has to be considered good. If you think that way, your life's good no matter what. Like if you think, oh, my life's good in all aspects, then even
But
if you're
this is what I get.
even
Like
if you die getting raped by rabid dogs.
Yeah, but this
you'd
is what-
still-
this is what I'm saying though. You're like, oh, in order to be remembered for my death, I have to fucking hit a bus of children and a
I
confetti
think
and
it
shit.
would be
I'm
more
like,
interesting.
people are gonna remember my death if I fucking fall like if I die in my sleep, because
Well,
that's the kind of person I'm gonna be.
Well, and then your art goes up in praise too.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm
For
saying.
you guys to
So
look forward to.
so you don't need your death to make yourself fucking
I
a
want to
badass.
live.
Yeah.
I would think I want to live forever. I want to live for a long, long time, and I want to die when absolutely
The end
every
of time?
last, like spark in my brain is gone. Like I want to live forever. I want to see everything. I want to be able to observe everything, and I want to interact with all the crazy stuff that's going to happen in the future. And I want to live forever. I don't want to die.
You mean like forever, like with the singularity and shit, like we were just talking about,
No,
right?
not with the singularity where I want to live forever and like see the universe
Like
implode on itself and stuff like that. I want to like live for like maybe like longer than normal. Like
couple
I-
hundred
I- I-
years, maybe a couple hundred years would be good.
Well, I'm just saying, like, people live to their 105. Like, that's a big accomplishment. You never had anyone murder you. You never, like, killed yourself by accident. You never, like, I think when you live for a long time, you have a lot more respect from people
But you
because
have
they're
to
like, you
remember, like-
fucking made it that far.
But there's going to be 105 is old for previous generations. It's going to be even more so for our generations.
So
Our
you think we're
generation's
gonna live?
be living
You
way-
think the
way
average
further.
human life is going to live to, like, maybe 100?
Another
pretty
15
soon?
years we'll have cancer and shit cured. So I mean, like, yeah, I don't really see our generation literally will live forever. Because how
Well,
old are you?
Let me explain.
29.
You're
okay.
29. So you're the oldest.
All right,
You're
so
29, I'm
Let me
25,
explain what
he's
you're not.
15,
What
he's
you're
younger
not.
than me.
Well, let me explain what you're not explaining. And let me try to get to it because I'm high, and you guys will like this. All right, so just chill
All
out.
right.
All right. Well, you're saying, oh, we'll eliminate cancer and we'll eliminate that, but our generation might live forever because if the singularity happens, then like brains will.
It's not an if.
We're gonna merge. Yeah, we're gonna merge brains with computers, and
Yeah.
so then the lifespan goes to infinity. That's
then
what
it
the
goes into
singularity
like
is.
consciousness, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
do we have souls? And if you get put onto a computer, are you the same person, or is it just a computer version of you, and you don't actually have like?
That's too deep.
it is too deep, and we're not getting into that. But
So
what
he
I'm
wants to live to 105.
Guys, this is all talking about
105
murder.
or more than
I'm saying I don't want to get murdered at all, and I want to live till I'm 125 or whatever. I want to see the next thing that's gonna happen, like the next, revolutionary thing, like space travel, and I want to go to fucking Mars. I want to live to see all that kind of stuff. I'm excited for the future.
No, it'll be badass.
I don't want to die in a blaze of fucking glory.
Well, no, I mean, if I have to die, I would prefer to go out with a bang.
But you want to live for a long time?
No, I want to live for a long time. Like, I'm going to be one of the first people to sign up for cybernetics and all that shit. I want to be a robot.
The first?
I don't even.
They might fuck up the first one, man. Do like
shit.
number 5.
I'll be the gimpy one with like the one robot foot, and they're like, oh, yeah, that's all we could put on him, and then like my foot survives forever with all my memories, and like it does shows like Oprah, robot Oprah. And
So,
shit like that.
do you want to live forever? Like, do you want to be
Future
like an old
robot
man and like have problems with your back and stuff like that? Or are you one of those guys where you want to like live like a fucking firecracker and not live forever?
My realistic answer is I'd like to live to like 105 to you because that's what sounds realistic right now. But I really believe in all the bullshit that we just talked about, which is that in the next 30 years we'll eliminate all human conditions and we'll be merged with computers and we might live for a couple hundred years. That's what I really believe, and that sounds fucking crazy.
It's gonna be
but I really believe in that. Whereas right now people are taught that we die around like 70 to 100. You know what I mean? So if you live your whole life, but
we're not even teaching out of textbooks anymore. They're bringing iPads to fucking elementary schools.
Well, 30 years. We're gonna
30
going in the future.
We'll have computer people.
Computer people.
All right, guys. Well, we could talk about computer people all day long, but I think the time is up. Topics are all expelled for the day. I think we got through a sweet 16. I think that's a special day in every boy's heart.
Sweet 16.
And I leave, so this was my first and last time.
First and last time.
I missed you guys. It was really good working.
We
with
already
you
did
all
enough gay stuff, man. You don't have to lay it on me.
Hey, the night is young.
The night is young. We have a lot more things to do personally, just off the microphone. We
Off
can
the
record
record.
it off the record, of course.
Maybe
the record.
we'll release an uncensored audio log someday of all the things we couldn't say on the radio.
Leave the microphones running. This is what happened when they were off the air.
Behind closed doors, how do they treat each other
McKay
sexually?
Jaffe was a giver.
We'll have to do video for that one also. All right.
Lord, just heaven.
All right. Our gay threshold is way too high.
It's not high enough.
Sweet 16 is
Hey, so next week is going to be here. We're not going to be in California yet?
no. 2
Okay.
weeks is California.
No,
2 weeks is California. We're going to do a
You guys are gonna
podcast.
record, and then are you guys going to do a California podcast?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
We usually do them.
You want to do it on a beach on Sunday, or do you want to do?
No,
it?
we have it. We're doing it with Casey, the model.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it!
So yeah, we want to do it on a
Girls.
beach with Casey,
With Casey,
and we're gonna stare into her eyes and
with
be like,
hot redhead.
I
Come
wanna
back to
have, I want
Arizona.
to have some
Instead of
seagulls.
Jewish
I want to get you people some seagulls to listen to. God damn it!
all right, well,
We're on a
the
fucking
ocean.
beach.
all right,
Now
well,
we'll add them in digitally.
Lots of dissonance and white noise.
Yeah. So well. good
That's
having
it.
you on, buddy. It was nice.
Yeah, that was good. I had fun.
all right.
Okay, as always, I love you, and we'll talk to you guys on
We
Fuckcast
don't,
number 7.
we're not gonna murder each other. Bye,
We're
guys.
not gonna murder each other.
No murder.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.